Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome on behalf of AG Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur. Myself, GM Kulkarni, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department, wish to welcome the virtually present guest, the management representative, our president, Sri A.G. Patil sir, Sri S.A. Patil sir, secretary of Shanti Education Society, our principal, Dr. M.H. Avgule sir, vice principal, Sri J.M. Jacketia sir, Head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Mr. S.K. Mohite sir, my faculty colleagues, and dear participants. It's been a pleasure to welcome you all virtually for this online ANNUM technical paper presentation. I'm really glad to convey this is the 13th year consecutively we are organizing this ANNUM. Now, to start with, I request the head of department, Mr. Mohite sir, to convey the theme of ANNUM.
Yes, thank you, Kulkarni sir. Good morning, one and all. Once again, I welcome all participants from various states for the inauguration function of this national level technical event, ANNUM 2K22. Our A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute is established in 2008 under Shanti Education Society. It started revolutionary ideas and ample innovativeness to provide a world-class education in the field of engineering and technology at Solapur region. Throughout the journey, there have been lots of development which have been taken place being related to the infrastructure, the facility for students' performance, who came up with flying colors in all fields with academics as well as extracurricular activities at inter-college, state level, and national level. In order to meet the global standards and excellence in the field of technical education, our 4 programs are NBA accredited by National Board of Accreditation, NBA. A.J. Patil Polytechnic Institute Solapur has been organizing a national level technical paper presentation, that is ANNUM competition, from last 12 years to provide a highly motivating opportunity for the students, educators to work collectively in teams. This development activity is very useful in future to meet the expectation of industries from the technocrats. Intention of ANNUM is to encourage students' ability. ANNUM competition is to promote the philosophy by inviting participants who will explore different topics collectively. This will also help them in acquiring knowledge about latest technology. Institute today is continuously facing challenges in the form of outstanding talent and international competitions. For improving competitiveness in the students, such as national level technical paper presentation, quiz contest, has assumed a great importance in present scenario. We need to upgrade our students in terms of knowledge and creative thinking to face the challenge before us. ANNUM 2K22 competition is open for all the students of Polytechnic in Maharashtra as well as nearby states in India. This is our 13th experience as far as the expertise and technically organizing such an event is concerned. The objective of this venture is to arouse the latent instinct of creativity and innovativeness in engineering technocrats by offering them the appropriate launchpad. Today, this event, we got a huge response from the nearby 4 states. Around 40 students are participated in this national level technical paper presentation event. And out of that, only 20 papers are shortlisted for the presentation. So, best of luck all the participants, and thank you, sir. And over to Kulkarni, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I declare with the permission of the virtual dais that ANNUM 2K22 is open for this competition. I wish all the best to all the participants. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the first paper will start at 11 a.m. That is after 5 minutes break. And we'll start with that first paper. The list of selected paper is already disclosed on your WhatsApp group of ANNUM. So if you have any query, you can put your query in this chat box either, or you can put a query on your WhatsApp group. So that's it. We'll start at 11 a.m. sharp. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this national level technical paper presentation ANNUM 2K22. Before actually starting the program, I will just announce the few rules. For presentation, you have 7 minutes, and after that, there are 3 minutes for the question answers. First, judges will ask the questions, and later, participants can also ask the questions to the participants, other participants. Then, whenever you are starting your presentation, first you have to present your screen and you have to be ready with your presentation. While the other participant will be muted, please take care for that. And once the participant finishes his presentation, then other next participant must be ready for presentation. And we'll start with the actual presentation. I think first participant is Mr. Samarth Kulkarni. Hmm. Uh, we have judges for today's program, Professor Devanshi Zaveri and Professor Sudip Upadhyay. So they will assess the entire presentations. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am Samartha Kulkarni from Mechanical Engineering from AG Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur. I am going to deliver a technical paper presentation on additive manufacturing. So these are my contents. So first of all, what is additive manufacturing? 3D printing or additive manufacturing is the construction of three-dimensional object from a CAD model. As its name suggests, instead of removing material, it added a layer of material one by one. In this process, material deposited, joined, and solidified under a computer control. In the 1980s, 3D printing techniques were considered suitable only for production of functional or aesthetic prototypes. But from 2019, it is in news for its precision, repeatability, and material range of 3D printing. The main advantage of 3D printing is to create a complex shapes or geometries which are impossible to create or construct by hands. Fused deposition modeling, which uses a continuous filament of a thermoplastic material, it is the most common method is used in recent days.
More,
So working, hello,
please can switch on camera. I think you are just reading from something.
hello,
How's
sir, your voice is not clear.
see now? It is the
Hello,
Hello, Samar, you just
yes, ma'am.
start your camera. Start your camera
Okay,
with
okay,
your
ma'am. Okay,
presentation, please.
okay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, hello, hello, ma'am.
go ahead.
Hello, your PPT is
Sir,
visible.
ma'am, actually, I share my screen on my mobile, so I am not starting camera while presenting a PPT.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So can I start with my presentation?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So working principle of additive manufacturing. So there are the 7 steps of additive manufacturing. So first step, that is 3D model creation. First, a 3D model of an object is created using a CAD software or a 3D object scanner. The CAD design is a replica of the final product which is to be created. The design guides vary according to the additive manufacturing technology type and material selection. So second is a STL file creation step. So, once a design is ready, it is converted into standard additive manufacturing file format called as a STD, and it is also known as a standard triangle language for additive manufacturing or standard tessellation language. Most CAD software such as SolidWorks, CATIA can save any model as an STL files. Next is a slashed layer file. It means converting a 3D model file into a machine language that can be recognized by the printer. Next one is a part building process. It is the step where the actual product gets manufactured physically. It goes building one layer on another layer. A typically is around 0.1 mm in thickness, but depending upon the technology and material it is used can go up to down 20 microns. Depending upon the build size, the printing machine additive manufacturing technology material can take hours and even days to complete it. Okay, the next one is a part removal. In some cases, after building a part, it may need a cooling off period before removing the parts from the machine. Depending on the machine and technology, removal could vary from simply peeling off the build platform in case of the FDM to wire eroding from the build plate in DMLS. So last step is a post-processing step. It is the step where manufacturer thinks from the aesthetic point of view. Post-processing such as cleaning, polishing, painting are required to give an attractive look to the manufacturing object. So next slide, additive manufacturing technologies. So these are the various additive manufacturing technologies. First one is a binder jetting process. It is a selectively deposits the bonding agent binding liquid to join the powder material to form a 3D part. It is a different form other than additive manufacturing technique as it doesn't employ heat during the process like others to fuse the material. Next one is a directed energy deposition. It uses a focused thermal energy such as a laser, electron beam or a plasma arc to melt and fuse the material as they are deposited to create a 3D object. It has a main two types. One is a lens and another is a EVAM. Oh, next is a material extrusion process. In this additive manufacturing technique, the continuous filament of thermoplastic is fed through the heated nozzle before being deposited layer by layer onto the build platform to create the object. Next procedure is a powder bed fusion. Manufacturing technique that uses either a laser beam or electron beam to melt and fuse the material to form a 3D geometrical parts is under powder bed fusion. Next is a sheet lamination. It uses a sheet of material to create a 3D objects by stacking them and laminating them by using either adhesive or ultrasonic welding. Once the object is built, the unwanted areas of the sections are removed by layer by layer. Next process is a wet polymerization. It uses a technique called as photopolymerization in which radiation curable resins or photopolymers are used to create 3D objects by selectively exposing them into ultraviolet light. Last one is a material jetting. In material jetting, build material droplets are selectively deposited layer by layer into the build platform of a 3D part. So these are the various types of 3D printers. First one is a stereolithography 3D printer. It is also known as a SLA. It was the first process developed for rapid prototyping, and though it is among the oldest 3D printing method, it is still very popular today. Next one is a selective sanitary. It is a type of powder bed fusion where in a bed powder of polymer, resin or metal is targeted partially or fully by high power directional heating source such as laser that result to a solidified layer of a fused power. Next one is a fused deposition modeling or also known as a FDM method. It is a technology whether the melt extrusion method is used to deposit filaments of thermoplastics according to specific pattern. Next one is a digital light processing or also known as a DLP method. It is a 3D printing technology that is used rapidly to produce a photopolymer parts. Next one is a multi-jet fusion. It is also known as a MGF. It is an industrial 3D printing process that produces the functions of nylon prototypes and end use of product parts in as fast as in a 1 day. Polyjet. It takes the resin-based 3D printing to a new level with a soluble support material, better print speed, and unmatched multi-material capabilities. Next one is a directed matter laser scintillating process, which is also known as a DMLS in a 3D printing process which uses a computer controlled high power laser beam to melt and fuse the layers of metallic powder together. Last one is electron beam melting that is also known as the EBM process. It is a type of additive manufacturing. In this, the raw material is placed under a vacuum and fused together from heating by electron beam. So these are the materials that were used in 3D printings like plastic, powder, resins, metal, carbon fiber, graphite and graphene, and nitinol. Advantages of additive manufacturing. So here are various advantages we can achieve by using of additive manufacturing, like save on material waste of energy, prototype cost much less, small production runs offer proof fast and less expensive, much hands-on inventory is not needed. It means as additive manufacturing requires specific quantity of material as per the dimensions of object to be manufactured. It doesn't require inventory on raw materials on a large scale. You can improve part reliability. You can also consolidate or providing the strength of an assembly into a single part. It uniquely supports new AI-driven models as well as it can be used for build a lattice structure. So here are the disadvantages of additive manufacturing. Restricted build size. While we go for additive manufacturing, we have a limitation of size, limited materials. Post-processing. Additive manufacturing is a process which requires post-processing method. It will also result in reduction in a manufacturing of jobs. Production cost is high. In case of additive manufacturing, it is a very slow process of additive manufacturing. So these are the applications of additive manufacturing. First one is aerospace. It is used to make a prototype of brackets and door handles, suspension wishbone and dashboard interface, headlights and etc. Next one is a consumer products, jewelry, manufacturing, dental products, medical, educational and engineering. Next one is energy. 3D printing for energy applications explore current and future perspectives of 3D printing for the fabrication of high value added complex devices. Next one is a medical. Bioprinters are capable to create a functional tissues. Next one is a transportation. It aims about to create a lighter and stronger resin structures that can be easily to transport from one place to another place. These are the trend shaping future of additive manufacturing. First one is additive software innovation will play catch up. Means in nowadays continuous innovations are takes place in additive manufacturing software which are help to solving problems in additive manufacturing. For example, mesh software. It is an it is used to create an area of geometric shapes into high quality cells. Next is increased focus on machine connectivity. That means if manufacturer wants to create a prototype of jet engine and he is going to use the machine connectivity, then he is going to connect the 3D printers with each another. Suppose there are the four 3D printers in which one is responsible for manufacture low pressure and high pressure turbine, one is for flash chamber and one is for turbine shaft. These components can be manufactured separately and assembled together without any major error. Next one, the continue convergence of additive manufacturing and artificial intelligence. When additive manufacturing is able to take decision by its own during the manufacturing process depends upon its past experience of manufacturing. Next one is additive manufacturing will drive distributed manufacturing. Additive manufacturing supports the growth of distributed production. Additive manufacturing or 3D printing is one of the key technologies that facilitates the distributed manufacturing along the IoT, robotics, and data analytics. Next one, the next wave of growth in additive MES. So what is MES? It is a workflow software. It helps manufacturers to manage their additive manufacturing operations by enabling a greater traceability. So finally conclusion, we can conclude that additive manufacturing is a growing and developing sector in a manufacturing. In upcoming years, we are capable to use additive manufacturing for creating objects on a large scale in a minimum time. But every coin has two sides. When we start to manufacturing a job on a 3D printer, it means machine operators are totally replaced by the machines. When we grow with additive manufacturing, we should find a solution for unemployment. Otherwise, it will take a rise in technology or fall in a social factors like unemployment, and it will lead to various social problems. At last, I must say, acceptance of a new technologies with ethical mindset always creates a good society for living. Thank you.
Ma'am, you are mute.
Am I audible?
Ah, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Samarth.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I would like to welcome you because you presented yourself very nicely in technical paper presentation and it is a national level presentation, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So this is a time for question answer. Here is a one question for you. Do you know how this technology is used for ECS, environmental control ducting?
Ma'am, I don't know more, but I know little bit.
Can you explain?
Yes, it is used to create and design the ducts which are very complicated to design
Please,
by.
now you start your camera because this is a question answer session,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. No. Okay, ma'am.
No, now
I
tell.
I just know little bit, ma'am. Don't know more. It is
Yeah,
used. It is used to design and construct a ducts, which is very difficult to design by hands.
I asked about environmental control ducting.
No, ma'am. I don't know about that.
Okay. Sir, you may ask another question.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. You mentioned one word, tessellation. Can you explain that?
Yes, sir. It is used in STL when we draw any CAD model on our desktop or PC. We can save that file in STL format. When we save the file in STL format, then it divides a whole object in triangles or in a series of triangles, which where is useful to manufacture that object in actual or physical world. For manufacture or divided that object in a series of triangle, a repetition of triangle is used. So it is that repetition is known as a tessellation, or the whole term it can be recognized as a standard triangle language or standard tessellation language.
Fine. That's it from this side.
Uh, any other question from students? Okay, fine. Now
Okay,
we'll,
thank you, ma'am.
yeah, thank you so much. Second presentation by Mr. Soham Jagdale and Tushar Nair. Are you ready for that, Mr. Soham and Mrs. Tushar? I think they have
Yes,
not
ma'am.
joined.
Yes,
Mrs. Are you
yes, ma'am.
ready, Tushar?
Yeah, ma'am. You have
Okay,
joined.
okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay, so
fine.
shall we present our topic?
Yeah, you may start. You may start.
Okay, just a minute. Ma'am. So, ma'am, is it visible to you all?
Yeah, yeah, this is visible.
Okay, so shall I start?
You can start.
Soham,
So, a
you
very
are
good
not
morning.
visible. Please turn on your camera.
Okay, sir. Just a minute. Wait, let me have the light. Shall we start?
Yes, you are visible. Your
Ha.
presentation is not visible.
Hello?
Paddle, please. Yeah, sir.
Yeah. You both are visible. Now your screen is also visible. You are good to go now.
Okay. Uh, so, a very good morning to one and all. First of all, I would like to thank AG Patil Polytechnic Institute for giving us this opportunity to present ourselves on this national level platform. And I'm sure that we'll learn something new through this event. So, myself, Soham Sripadrao Jagdale.
And myself, Tushar Nair from AG Patel Polytechnic Institute.
So, as you can see, our topic is sustainable energy for future. That's pyrolysis oil.
So, in this PPT, the PPT contains introduction, what is fossil fuels, problems related fossil fuels in present, various methods available, etc. Introduction.
What is sustainable energy? Sustainable energy refers to the use of any type of energy that can be meet demands without putting the resources in the danger of running out. It offers sustainability in the form of health, let it be health, safety, etc. Using renewable energy is the small but vital part of the living sustainably, and it's one of the easiest change that we can make in day-to-day life.
What
Uh,
is fossil fuel?
for a large scale burn of fossil fuel causes serious environmental damage, and over 80% of carbon dioxide is generated by human activities.
Problems related in present.
So there are many problems like carbon dioxide and all, much more pollutions. And basically, we all know that fossil fuel is from decaying of animals and etc.
How much petrol and diesel prices are expected in increase?
So basically, here the good methodology is there, that the methodology named demand and supply. When the demand is less, the price made for. But nowadays, we can see that price of petrol are like touching the skies. And basically, why is that so? Because there are fuels are being not available, or maybe less in amount nowadays. And basically, the demand is increasing, so the price is also going on increasing.
And also you can see the chart here, the increase in petrol of 2019-20, like in the cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Jaipur, and Bhopal. Then what is the basic difference between petrol and diesel rate? As we have seen in the previous slide, that the petrol diesel was 90-95 per liter, but in 2000 increase there is slight increase in the rate of petrol and diesel, that is 109.34 in petrol and 98.08 in diesel. And also we have shown the bar diagram as you can see in the slide.
And you know that nowadays the petrol is almost 120 per liter, and it's because of the reason that it is less amount of availability of it. So basically,
The most wonderful and dangerous material.
okay, if I'm wrong, we can say plastic is the wonderful material. We human wanted something which is last long and less weight. There is a proverb in English named that be careful what you wish for. And yeah, plastic was invented. The positive point of plastic that is that it lasts us for a very long period, like more than 500 years, and which is the most negative point also. Uh, it causes much more pollution, let it be air, water, and land. Plastic is something that we can't bury in the ground. Ocean can't handle it. Life can't decay it, and yeah, life can't manage it.
So is there any alternate source for this? The answer is
Yes, there are also many ways to reduce the plastic pollution by converting plastic into useful resources. We know plastic is just crude oil that has been processed in different ways, and through pyrolysis we can reverse it. Plastic pyrolysis is very effective processes where plastic is exposed to high temperature in the absence of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, pyro means heat and lysis means breakdown. And at any given temperature, the molecule is in vibrating state. This is called molecular vibrations. The frequency at which molecules vibrate is directly proportional to the temperature of molecules. During pyrolysis, molecules are subjected to very high temperature, leading in very high molecule vibration. At this high molecule vibration, it started breaking down into small molecules into small molecules, and this is known as pyrolysis. Plastic is Plastic is hard to break down, and we have to add a catalyst to it, which and we all know that catalyst means which help in fast reaction but is not involved. Mainly, some of the catalysts like fly ash and zeolite is used in this. Now you can see that how pyrolysis oil through pyrolysis oil we can generate fuel. Like waste plastic can be converted into fuel. That sounds really interesting, isn't it? So basically, so the five step of converting plastic to fuel are pre-treatment, which removes foreign particles or matters, and then sent to the cider, which it is used to cut plastic into small pieces. These small pieces are sent to densifier that compresses the pieces into dense material. Then it is sent to chamber where pyrolysis of plastic takes place, where plastic is heated more than 500 degrees Celsius in the presence of catalyst and absence of oxygen, then converts to gas. This gas is sent to into condenser, where condenser takes place, and at the last it's sent to refining, where fuel is created. So hence we can say 80% of oil, 15% of gas, and 5% of carbon black is produced.
So, is it effect on engine performance? As we came to know through previous slide, pyrolysis can be converted in the form of diesel. Simultaneously, it can be best alternative for diesel at low cost. But due to its high viscosity, it does not affect directly on engine. But after refining the pyrolysis oil, we can use it as engine oil.
as it gains the property of diesels also.
So comparison between pyrolytic oil and diesel oil. In this chart, we can see the density kilogram per meter cube, gross calorific value kilojoule per kg, flash point degree Celsius, power point degree Celsius. So here are the advantages and
So
disadvantages.
there are some of the advantages and disadvantages, like there are much more job availabilities in this sector, as well as we can say that pyrolysis is the best method, as we human who created plastic is going to be also harmful due to this, as it is going to generate it directly into fuel. So conclusion. So now we can say this is one of the step towards our green environment, which will maintain our green and beautiful Mother Earth. And this pyrolysis is very important, as it also helps in fuel generation, which sounds really interesting.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Stop presenting.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I audible for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am. You're clearly audible.
Yeah. Nowadays, use of plastic in the road is a new concept. Actually, it is already used in somewhere in India. Do you know about it? Plastic.
We are also using plastic to make roads also.
How?
Like we are going to mix it into cement. Like we are going to first of all work on plastic, then we are going to mix it in cement, which also give the toughness to the
You are
surface.
going to do this, and uh, they used
Not
it.
going to. I have heard that they have mixed the plastic into this chemical and all.
Okay, fine. Sir, next question.
So, good. You have very nice presentation. I have only one question. Have you seen any pyrolysis plant?
Hello, sir. You are not audible, sir.
Have you seen any pyrolysis plant?
We have not actually seen, sir, but we have did this case study. We have seen in it videos of YouTube, videos in YouTube.
And yeah, sir, this pyrolysis fuel can be also generated in our day-to-day life, like at our now present at my home. But the harmful thing is that pyrolysis needs the temperature above 500 or 600, 700 degree temperature. If we burn it in 400 degree or 300 degree at our home, it will create harmful gases, which is harmful, very harmful for us. So there are that it is somewhat risk. And as you know that pyrolysis is done in absence of oxygen, so quite harmful here. But yeah, plants are there. I have also read that India have started this oil production.
Thank
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Tushar and Soham.
Thank you.
So now the third presentation, it will be by Himanshu and Nikhil. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are ready.
Okay. You can start your screen sharing as well as presentation.
Just a minute.
Yeah, very much fine.
Is it visible?
Yes,
Yeah.
Himanshu, it is visible.
Okay.
Uh, so, very good morning to one and all. Myself, Nikhil Nandakishore Sawan, and I am here with my friend Himanshu Sanjay Harip. We are a group of students from Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Polytechnic Pune. And here is
Please
our topic.
pardon. Where are you from? Please pardon.
Ma'am, we are from Government Polytechnic Pune.
Okay, you're from Pune. Fine.
Yes, ma'am. The topic of our presentation is fuel cell technology. So let's have a glance at the topics that we are going to cover in this presentation. The first topic is environmental degradation by automobile, which is the problem statement, why we are working on this concept. Then the main challenges for the development of automobiles, concept of fuel cell, working of fuel cell, types of fuel cell and working of fuel cell drive car and the references. So
if we want to understand the problem or if you want to provide a solution, then we have to understand the problem at the first sight. So we'll be discussing the problem statement. So the automobiles that we were using traditionally, or the automobiles that we are using currently now, are producing different kinds of very harmful gases. We are all familiar with these things, just like carbon dioxide, which is most hazardous gas, which is being produced by the vehicles that we use. Then there are some solid particles, then carbon monoxide, then there are some diesel particles, toxic particles, and the most dangerous is the nitrogen oxides that gets produced due to the use of the vehicles which are powered by the gasoline, either diesel or CNG, any kind of conventional fuel. So these are the things which we are all familiar with, but we have to focus on the changing trend in the automobile industry. We can see now the entire automobile industry is now being shifting towards the electrical vehicles. Okay, that is the trending change. So we'll be discussing the problems which are also faced by the battery powered electric vehicles. So the first problem is of the range. Means if I am purchasing a battery powered vehicle, so it is coming with a limited range of 250 kilometers to 300 kilometers. If I am living in a country like India, or if I want to sell my cars in countries like US or Russia, where there is a surface area is very huge, then there is a huge problem of range. Then the second problem is lengthy recharging time. So as we all know, to charge a car, we need at least 3 to 4 hours, or for some cars, we need 5 to 6 hours to fully charge the battery. And if I want to travel from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, then it will be very difficult for me to take a halt and charge my bike or charge my car for 5 to 6 hours. So lengthy recharging time is a major concern. Then the sources that we are using to generate electricity in India are cool. Means what we are doing, we are just saying that we are going towards eco-friendly things, we are going towards nature-friendly things, but we are burning coal, which is producing the same amount of pollution that was being produced by the gasoline or diesel. So we are doing nothing. We are doing that same. And in many cities in Maharashtra, we are facing the power cut issues. So that is also one case related to it. And the cost of the electric vehicle is also very expensive. If we'll compare the price of Tata Nexon petrol version, it is something 10 lakhs. And if we'll compare it with the electric vehicle variant, it is something 17 to 18 lakhs. So there is a hike of 70 to 80% in their
Yes.
prices. And also, there is one thing that the fuels that we are using for the conventional vehicles are all imported from outside. Means we are spending a lot of our money in importing that fuel, in purchasing that fuel. So these were all the problems. So to give the solution to these problems, we are here with the new concept, which is fuel cell. So basically, what is fuel cell, that I would like to uh, explain you in a brief. So fuel cell, it is like a battery, but it is not a battery. Why I'm saying that it is like a battery? Because it produces electricity through electrochemical process. So that is a single similarity between a battery and a fuel cell. In case of fuel cell, we are not going to generate electricity by conventional prime mover arrangement. We'll be using a electrolyte and a chemical process to produce the electricity. As we are using chemical process and not combustion process, so because of which the efficiency of a fuel cell is greater, which you can see in this previous slide. That is a well to wheel efficiency ratio. So you can see the well to wheel efficiency. We will be focusing on the N total, that is the total efficiency of a diesel engine. It is something 29%. That of a gasoline engine, it is 26.7%. That of a lithium ion battery is 14.25, lithium metal battery is 30.40, and that of the fuel cell powered car, it is 28.27, which is very good if we compare it with the other ones. So uh, about the more details of fuel cell, I would like to invite my friend Himanshu to take the technical concerns from here.
Thank you, Nikhil. Uh, Good afternoon, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. So first of all, I would like to introduce the concept of fuel cell so that you will get a brief idea of our particular topic. So fuel cell, as the name itself tells, that a cell which is able to generate electricity or generate the power by supplying the fuel, and the fuel is nothing but the hydrogen and the oxygen. Here, the hydrogen is supplied from an onboard pressurized tank, and the oxygen is pulled in from an ambient air. So basically, this is the basic concept of a fuel cell. of course, one fuel cell is not able to create that much amount of energy to power a car or a truck. But if a fuel cell is combined together to form a fuel cell stack, enough amount of juice is able to enough amount of juice enough amount of power is able to create, or even is able to power a car or a truck. So this is the simple animation showing the working of a fuel cell. Uh, as we can see that the hydrogen from an onboard pressurized tank is supplied to a catalyst where the electrons are stripped and cut down from a parent hydrogen. These electrons are supplied to the electric motors or the all the auxiliary components or electrical components which requires electricity to run. Once the work of an extended electrons is done, it is supplied to or it is supplied or it's come back to the parent fuel cell which it reunites with the parent hydrogen in the presence of oxygen. So they meet in the ratio of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, which is nothing but the water, that is H2O. Now this water is used to cool down the fuel cell stack. Now you might be thinking that the fuel cell generates the whereas the heat is generated. So here all those the accelerated electrons generate a lot of amount of heat, which ranges between 100 to 200 degrees Celsius. Now this heat is able to cool down with the help of an water, which is a byproduct of a fuel cell before it is dripped out in vehicle tailpipe in the form of water vapor or a distilled water. So these are the types of fuel cell, that is alkaline fuel cell, we have modal carbonate fuel cell, phosphoric acid fuel cell, proton membrane fuel cell, and solid fuel cell. Now, however, this particular presentation is totally based on proton exchange membrane fuel cell as it is greatly efficient and it is most likely to be used in automobile industry. And its efficiency ranges between 50 to 60 percentage. And speaking in terms of miles, it will be able to increase the range of electric vehicles by 300 to 250 miles in single charge of a battery. So this is the chemical reaction that takes place in different types of fuel cell. Now we will be concentrating on PEN, that is proton membrane fuel cell. As we can see that the hydrogen, that is H2, is supplied to anode. The proton exchange membrane, that is electrolyte, allows only the protons to pass through it to the cathode, and the electrons are transferred to the another end of an electrolyte through an external membrane, where it is reunited with the parent hydrogen in the presence of oxygen, which is pulled in from an ambient air, and as an output there is an H2O, that is water. Now this is the particularly video of an actual working of a fuel cell vehicle. Now this video is sponsored or is given us by Toyota during our internship. So this is the fuel cell vehicle given us the video from Toyota itself. So basically the basic chemical reaction that takes place is the hydrogen plus oxygen gives electricity plus water. Now it consists of hydrogen tank, a battery, a fuel cell stack, a boost converter, and a ECU or an electric motor, and a power converter, and nothing but an electrical ECU. Now, in normal condition, the hydrogen is taken in from, or the hydrogen is supplied to the fuel cell stack from onboard pressurized tank. Oxygen is taken in from an ambient air and supplied to fuel cell stack, and the energy is given to the motor, and the output is nothing but the water. Now, during filling of an hydrogen, the hydrogen is pressurized under 700 bar or 70 MPa, and the refueling time is nearly 3 minutes, which gives the user experience of similarly that of an IC engine car. Now, during very low load conditions, when there is no load, absolutely no load on particularly the motors which are driving the car, the energy is supplied from battery and the motor runs just like a simple electric vehicle. Now, during low load condition, the energy is supplied from fuel cell stack, and the motor runs. Now, as the motor runs, it charges the battery. So basically, the fuel cell stack charges the battery. Now, during high load conditions, mean like you are driving in a hilly region or during a ghat region, the energy is supplied from both, that is from battery and from fuel cell stack. Now, due to this, the load on the battery decreases and the efficiency of an electric vehicle increases along with the increase in range. And now during energy recovery mode, that is you are going downhill, the motor acts as a generator and it charges the battery. It's simple. In this way, the battery gets charged from the motor. So these are the vehicles that are available in market. We have Toyota Mirai, Toyota Clarity, then Toyota Nexon, and the GMC Hummer EV is the latest one which is available in market. It was recently launched in first week of April. It is a huge vehicle. It does not use that much amount of means it uses 20% of fuel cell vehicle technology. Rest it is totally based on electric vehicles. as it's a huge car. And these are some Indian companies or a Indian company, such as Tata Motors. They have bought 15 hydrogen-based fuel cell vehicles, which we can see on Mumbai Pune Expressway easily. So these are the fuel cell aspects, that is the mileage or average that a fuel cell vehicle can be 70 miles per equivalent gallon, that is MPEG. And cost of 1 liter of hydrogen is just rupees 30 to 60. As we compared with the petrol, it is nearly to 120 or 110 rupees per liter. So this is the cost of 1 liter of hydrogen is just rupees 30 to 60. So time required for refueling is less than that of fueling of gasoline engine. Then cost of a sedan of a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle is a bit more, that is like nearly 30 to 40 lakhs. And they are more safer than IC engine powered vehicles, as the hydrogen is the lightest gas in the periodic table. So these are the references that we have referred. Thank you, sir. We are open for questions.
Yes, sir. We are open for the questions.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice presentation you had. So I would like to ask you one thing. Second one, Himanshu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned about your internship during your
Yes,
presentation.
yes.
So can you tell more about it and how you got this chance in diploma level internship?
Ma'am, actually, it was an online, ma'am, because of COVID. We have
Pandemic
to,
situation. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
fine.
Actually, we were not able to go physically in that particularly Toyota plant, but
Yeah.
due to our faculty members, we have then Talkit ma'am in our particular college, and because of her, we were able to get the particular chance to go into, means basically interact with the Toyota experts that were particularly working in the fuel cell field. So because of that, we had an internship of nearly 6 weeks. So in that particular week, they means for their explanation, they showed this video, and from them we were able to get this particular video for you.
Yes,
Because of
ma'am. We have
Okay.
interacted with
It's
Cummins
really
people
nice.
also.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's really
Thank
nice
you, ma'am.
because it's a kind of technology that we have used during this pandemic situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. Sir, your next question.
Nikhil and Himanshu, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. You're
Yes,
audible.
sir. You're audible.
Explain about let's say 4 wheelers. What are the 2 wheelers?
Sir, actually, you
Sir,
are
your
not that
voice is too
particular.
low, sir. Your voice
Yes,
is too
sir.
low.
Just basic.
Sir, it's still very low. Yes, we are
Yes, sir.
unable to hear you.
Okay, I will type the question.
Sir. Now you're audible, sir. You can.
Now you're
Yeah.
audible. Yes.
Okay, so you have mentioned about let's say in 4 wheelers. What about
Yes.
2 wheelers?
Sir, actually, this particular technology is being implemented in four-wheeler itself. So, if we want, we can implement in two-wheeler itself. But because of the battery issue, means the fuel cell vehicles is not totally indigenously, or is not totally based on fuel cell. There to provide the starting torque to particular vehicle, we have to keep the battery. So, because of that particular space issue, it's not that feasible to place the fuel cell in bike. Because of that, the fuel cell is implemented in cars, not in bikes.
Yes, sir. And also there is a issue of stack. Means we can't produce the amount of electricity that we need from a single fuel cell. We need to develop a stack,
Yes,
and at the same time we require a battery. Means we are using fuel cell as a supplement to the battery. That's why. And also, sir, this technology is new. So, and the big players like Toyota, Hyundai, Honda, they are working on it. Once it becomes familiar, once it gets appreciation from the customers, they will implement into two wheelers also. Means
yes, sir.
the two-wheeler manufacturer also thinking about the concept of hydrogen. Our minister, Mr. Gadkari sir, are using this on Toyota Mirai. They are means endorsing that particular thing.
Yes, sir. He is using for its day-to-day use also, ma'am. Toyota Mirai, that hydrogen-based
Hydrogen
first
power.
vehicle that was launched by Toyota itself in India.
Yes, ma'am.
So, sir,
Okay, thank you
as the
very much.
development, oh,
Okay, yeah, you may
Thank you.
continue.
as the development will take place or the research and development will take place, the big players like Toyota, I think, and the new vehicles like Mahindra is also coming in the electric vehicles, in electric bikes especially. So they can also think of putting a hydrogen fuel cell in that particular bike. So that is also the future scope at particular fuel cell.
And it is very durable, man. Means the Toyota has given the warranty of 1 lakh kilometers for the fuel cell, and they
Yes,
have designed the fuel cell it can sustain for the entire life of the automobile. And also the hydrogen also safe because the tanks they are using in the Toyota Mirai are very strong. They even don't allow the bullet to penetrate through them. Means they are also bulletproof. So it is also very safe, and they're working for many years on the research and development of the tanks of the fuel cell because we are compressing the hydrogen gas at a very higher levels.
yes, ma'am. Nearly
So
700 bars we are keeping it, so that's why.
Okay, I think Ninad Bhagat has raised a hand. You may ask a question.
yes, we are open to your question.
Ninad
Hello?
Bhagat.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to ask a short question to them.
Yeah, you may ask. You may
Should I?
ask. No problem. Yeah, yeah, you can.
Uh, Nikhil, you just said about hydrogen vehicles, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, Nina.
Hello. So I guess
Yes, Nina, you're
you
audible.
know very well how hydrogen is generated, how that fuel is generated. All
Yes,
right.
I am. Yes,
Yes,
Nina.
this.
So basically, they use the process of electrolysis, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, you can generate it from the water also, as well as you can take it out from the natural gas.
Yes.
Means
Electrolysis.
the
Okay.
70% of the
So
matter, 70% of the matter present in the universe is consist of hydrogen. So it is abundantly available in all machines in whatever
but
number
while
you want.
processing with electrolysis process, while processing that hydrogen, we are using many of the natural fuels to heat them or to process them. So isn't that favorable for the hydrogen fuel? What do you think
Mm.
about it?
Actually,
Yeah, yeah, there are some drawbacks. Yeah,
I would like to
you may
answer this
continue.
question. See, if you compare the creating electricity from coal-based or a thermal-based plant and creating hydrogen from a electrolysis process, if you compare the pollutants that are released in atmosphere, are very low as compared to in electrolysis and as compared to in thermal power plant. So, if you burn a coal, it will launch or it will pollute very high. Means the rate of pollution is very more as compared to an electrolysis process. So
And this is
that's
means new technology.
So
Means
so
if
but
they will go in more research and development.
so
Yeah.
it isn't an absolute solution still, right?
Yeah, you can say that. But
yes.
All right.
as I have mentioned
Thank
that
you.
it is present in the 70% of the matter, we can get it from other sources also.
Thank you for your answers.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, even another Tejas Kamade, he has raised his hand because of short period of time. We'll complete this presentation and thank you so much. You presented very nicely. Now, next participants are Naitik and Dhruv. Are you ready
Yes,
for
ma'am.
that?
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
You may start your presentation as well
Okay,
as you can start your camera.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my screen is visible.
Yes, visible. Please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I introduce myself. My name is Phani Netik and my group member name is Dhruv Mansuria. We are from Government Polytechnic Jamnagar, Gujarat, and we will, thanks to our present topic of rapid prototyping and 3D printing. Our research paper is this. Our title is Rapid Prototyping and 3D Printing. Abstract. Rapid prototyping is a common prototyping used across many industries. Using a 3D printer for print. Hello.
अभी 27 सब्सक्राइब है
Go ahead.
ये
Hello.
हमारे बच्चों को कॉल करके बोलना है क्या 5 मिनट ज्वाइन
Hello, ma'am.
हमारे ही जाएगा
Devanshi ma'am.
नहीं
देवांशी मैम।
आप समर्थ और सिर्फ इन दोनों को बोलो सोहन तुषार को ज्वाइन करें हम पूरा इन दोनों के होने के बाद एक तो ये ले लेंगे और
देवांशी
ये
मैम।
कौन है इनका नंबर है क्या आपके पास पूना
देवांशी मैम।
हाँ हमारे हैं उनको इवन जो
देवांशी
और
मैम।
एक दो तीन बच्चे भी ज्वाइन हो गए ना तो ये
मैम।
हाँ
मैम। हेलो मैम। देवांशी मैम।
हेलो
हाँ मैम, your voice is coming between the presentation.
ओके
There
सॉरी
is-
सॉरी या
You are speaking to someone.
Can I start, ma'am?
Ah, yes, yes.
स्टार्ट
First
यू
of
मे
all, I would introduce myself. I am Bhani Naitik and my group member name is Dhruv Mansuria. We are from Government Polytechnic Jamnagar and we would like to thanks to present for our paper presentation in HB Patil Polytechnic. Our presentation topic is rapid prototyping and 3D printing. This is our presentation paper and I will read this. First, our topic is rapid prototyping. Rapid prototyping is additive manufacturing. Rapid prototyping is a technology that have emerged for quickly creating 3D products directly from computer-aided design. The creation of the part model or assembly is usually completed using additive manufacturing. Rapid prototyping includes a variety of manufacturing technologies, although most utilize layer additive manufacturing. And these are some of types of rapid prototyping, like first stereolithography, second laminated object manufacturing, selective laser sintering, fused deposition modeling, and solid ground curling, selective laser melting, and digital light processing. The process is the rapid prototyping process. The steps involved in product development using rapid prototyping are shown in figure. Here it is can be seen that creating model faster save a lot of time and there is the possibility of testing more models during the phase of product development. The designer of engineering team is primarily focused on testing form, fit and function of the product or component since it contains only the essential features necessary to test and gain feedback. And our steps for rapid prototyping is this. First, we create a CAD model of design if we have a model. If we don't have a model, we will take dimensions by CMM machine, that coordinate measuring machine, and then convert the file in STL files. Then these STL files convert in a slice format for manufacturing in 3D printer and then construct the model one by one layer and then post processing methods like cleaning, finishing and measuring. Rapid prototyping is a digital manufacturing process. This allows product designer to test multiple iteration or design within a short period of time and finalize the design more quickly. It could include building a model from thermoplastic, PLA, nylon, ABS, acrylic-based photopolymers, liquid silicone, rubber. And these are process photos of different types of rapid prototyping. First is laser stereolithography, this photo, and this is laminated object manufacturing. This is selective laser centering. And this is fused deposition modeling. This method is very simple and used commonly in 3D printing. So last is solid ground curling. Then applications of rapid prototyping process, mechanical engineering, electronic industry, in footwear designing, medical and biomedical industry, automobile, aerospace, and jewelry. And these are rapid prototyping related base material for 3D printing or related to rapid prototyping processes. First is SLS, their base material is thermoplastic and metal powders. Second, FDM, there is thermoplastic and eutect metals. Third one is stereolithography. There is photopolymer and loam. There is used paper. Then alternative names of rapid prototyping. First, additive manufacturing, layer manufacturing, direct CAD manufacturing, and solid freeform fabrication. Then now our topic is 3D printing. 3D printing is also known as additive manufacturing, is a revolutionary emerging technology that could up end the last 2 centuries of approaches to design and manufacturing product that can easy to manufacture and easy to testing. Additive manufacturing builds products layer by layer additively rather than by subtracting material from a large piece of material like cutting or a landing gear from a block of titanium. That is subtractive manufacturing. Manufacturing facility would be capable of manufacturing from 3D printing. It would be capable of printing a huge range of type of products without retooling, and each printing could be customized without any additional cost. Now, generalized additive manufacturing process. The 3D printing slash additive manufacturing process begin with a 3D model of the object, usually created by CAD software or a scan of an existing artifact. Specialized software slice this model into cross-sectional layer, creating a computer file that is sent to additive manufacturing machine. The additive AM machine then creates the object by forming each layer via selective placement or forming of material. Think of an inkjet printer that goes back over and over the page, adding layer of material on top of each other until the work. This is a diagram. First we create CAD model, then it convert in STL file, then it transfer to slice software and they slice the part, and then additive manufacturing process like 3D printer, and then post processing process and complete our project. Advance in 3D printing. For the technology to become more widely adopted in mainstream manufacturing, 3D printing must provide end-use product by fabricating more than just simple structure with sufficient mechanical strength to retain shape. Recently, research has resulted in the capability to use new materials with commercial 3D printers and customized printers have been enhanced with complementary traditional manufacturing process, an approach and known as multi-process or hybrid 3D printing. Collectively, these advancements are leading to fabrication that are not only geometrical complex but functionally complex as well. And these are some examples of 3D printed object. First are this is prosthetic hand fabricated in titanium by using a powder bed fusion 3D printing technology known as EBM. Second is quadcopter, means it is a drone type structure. This is a stretchable truss sensor. This is a sensor, but it can you can stretch it. This is a capacitive touch sensor. You can click or touch this on sensor. This is a 3D printed lithium-ion battery. This battery is also used in our mobile or electronic gadgets. And this is finally the 3D printed antenna structure. This is also known as NFC for our mobiles and related to alag cards and related technologies. And this is our reference. Thanks for it, ma'am. And we are open to ask questions.
Hello. Am I
Yes, ma'am.
audible to you? I'm
Yes,
extremely
ma'am.
sorry for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of hello. Yeah, because of our conversation, actually, I could not mute myself at that time. So, Bhayani Naitik, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You people are from Gujarat, Jamnagar.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I am also from Jamnagar. Okay,
Okay.
fine. I would like to ask you about prosthetic hands and solid ground curling. You know how it is used, because prosthetic hand we are used to made for handicapped people
Yes,
and
ma'am.
permanently or temporarily
Disabled
some
people.
disablement people. So how you can use that?
Ma'am, that are used. Ma'am, can I speak in Hindi?
Yeah, you can speak in Hindi, no problem.
वो जैसे कि हैंडीकेप पीपल होते हैं ना, उसका कोई का अलग अलग तरह की उंगलियां नहीं होती, फिर हैंडीकेप मीन्स की है हाथ पैर वैसे में प्रॉब्लम होता है, तो इसके लिए ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर बनाया जाता है कि सपोर्टिव स्ट्रक्चर, जैसे कि लाइक वो हमारा आर्म है तो उसकी उंगली नहीं है पर आर्म के आगे का स्ट्रक्चर वो बनाए हम, तो ऐसे मूवमेंट हो। ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर। और सॉलिड ग्राउंड कर्लिंग ऐसा हमारे कुछ है कि जिसको हमको बनाना हो एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर, पर हमको उसके जैसे पहले प्रिंट एक होनी चाहिए कि उसमें से लाइट पास आउट होगी और उसमें से फाइनल प्रिंट आउट बनेगा।
Okay, fine. But have you ever gone through this 3D printing? Have you ever seen?
Yes, yes, ma'am. We visited in our near college, Darshan Institute. They are using FDM process for manufacturing 3D object.
Okay, for manufacturing 3D objects. You have gone through it.
Yes,
So you, okay, fine. Sir, you may ask your next question.
yes,
Sudip
ma'am.
sir.
Yeah. I think, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just in short, can you explain about FDM, user deposition model? Just in short.
Oh, okay, sir. FDM is the process fused deposition modeling that is simply and widely used for 3D printing because it is very simple and it is no any requirements of hazards. मीन्स कि ये हमारे को नुकसान ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं करती और ऐसी प्रोसेस सिंपल प्रोसेस है। फर्स्ट हमको 3D मॉडल बनाना, फिर वो उसको HTML फाइल में कन्वर्ट करके हम स्लाइस सॉफ्टवेयर में डाल के उसको FDM मशीन में डालते हैं, तो उसमें से 3D प्रिंटर का ऑब्जेक्ट बन जाता है। और ये सिंपल मशीन आता है। इसका स्पेसिफिकेशन मशीन का देखे तो लेंथ, विड्थ और हाइट को लेके सबसे छोटा से छोटा 150 मल्टीप्लाई 150 मल्टीप्लाई 150 का आता है और बड़ा से बड़ा भी आता है। जैसे कि कंपनी अभी अभी देखे तो कौन कौन सी बनाती है, तो क्योरा सॉफ्टवेयर है, फिर पुष्पा सॉफ्टवेयर है, ऐसे पूरा ऐसा ऐसा मशीन की कंपनी है FDM का। And FDM is also for various materials like PLA, ABS, those एक साथ दो तीन मटेरियल का कंपोजिशन करके भी हम मटेरियल बना सकते हैं। ओके सर।
Okay, thank you so much, Bhayani Naitik. But you don't just leave the meeting. All participants
Okay.
are requested to start your camera,
Okay.
start your video. Then we'll go for next presentation.
Okay.
We want to take a small screenshot of attendance. All participants, you are requested to start your video, please. With a good smile. Atharva Gauri Lanke, please start your video. Dhawad Utkarsh. Okay, fine, thank you. Now, next presentation is Nachiket Kulkarni. Nachiket, are you ready for your presentation?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. You may start now, Nachiket.
Okay, ma'am.
Is my screen is visible, ma'am?
Your screen is visible, but start screen rotating. Yeah, now it is fully visible. Fine. And
I can't
Nachiket,
start
please
my
start
camera
your
because yes, ma'am,
you're
because I'm at
viewing from
Thunderbolt.
mobile.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello. Huh.
Yeah. Start, Nachiket.
At the outset, I would like to thank Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur, who gave us opportunity to join this national level of paper presentation competition in the pandemic time also. Then let me introduce myself. This is Nachiket Kulkarni from Patil Polytechnic Institute. I'm pursuing my diploma in mechanical engineering. I'm in TY class. So let's move towards today's my topic, that is piezoelectricity, which comes under the alternative energy source. So first at all, why there is need to go towards the alternative energy sources when we have the conventional energy sources like the petrol, diesel, as well as coal, as well as the renewable energy sources like the solar energy, wind energy, as well as thermal power plants. we all know that there is some limitations for every energy creation. That's why we are going to use that piezoelectricity. The limitations like for fuel, there is a cost as well as pollution is the limitation. For solar energy, we have to use only in the summer season as well as in the day. That is the limitation for solar. And for the thermal energy, I would like to add one thing about the thermal energy power plants. We daily use 9,000 tons of the coal for generation of the electricity worldwide. That's why you can just imagine how much pollution happens. Because of that, the alternative source is piezoelectricity. Okay. Introduction about today's my topic. The Curie brothers named scientists innovated that piezoelectricity concept in the 1880.
Hello,
Okay. So
Nachiket,
hello.
Nachiket, your voice is breaking in somewhere and echo is coming in between. Please work on this.
Okay. Is it fine now, ma'am? Hello.
Still it is breaking.
Oh, I'm in full range now.
Okay, now you can start. Now you start.
Okay. So introduction is the Curie brothers named scientists innovated that the piezoelectricity concept. In that they found that the specific crystals that emit some electricity when they get applied or they get vibration on it. That's why that crystals get named by them is piezoelectric crystals. Okay. Let's talk about piezoelectric crystals. We can get the crystals by naturally as well as synthetically. Naturally, we can get silk, dentin, enamel, quartz, as well as the sugarcane is also a piezoelectric crystal. Okay, so synthetically we can get lithium sulfate, zinc oxide, and too many things. Okay, so about piezoelectric crystal, picture you can see electric crystals look like. In second picture, you can see how piezoelectric crystal really work. When we apply the pressure, it will start emitting the electricity because of the strain on it. Okay, so in third picture you can see that here is the transducer. Because we can't use directly the piezoelectric crystal in the charging pads, there is some electricity loss. That's why we are going to use the transducer, and because of that we can't face the problem like the power loss. Okay, so this is the working principle. It is a theoretical. Let's directly move towards the applications. Okay, it is the prime application. Here we are going to introduce the charging pad under the footpaths, and because of our footstep stress on it, it will start emitting the electricity, and that electricity we are directly gonna give to the generator or the battery. Okay, so we all know that there is a problem for the electric vehicle is the charging station. In whole over India, we just have 1600 charging stations. So if you are going to introduce that piezoelectric charging pads under the footpaths, then we directly give the supply to that electric charging station. It will be the solution of that problem. Okay. So these are some another applications. We all know that our 21st century person is too much gymnaholic. From 100 people, 40 people are going to the gym, and that's why we all know that too many vibration as well as noises are in the gym because of some equipments. And if we are going to use that piezoelectricity concept in that, so we can get more and more amount of energy because of that. In second picture you can see it is the piezoelectric tires. We don't have to use here the tube or the tubeless tire. We directly use that piezoelectric tires, but the problem is that we have to increase the size of the tire, and design it working under the research and development. Okay. So these are some another applications. First is about Zumba classes. We all know that. Here in the second application, we all know that 18 plus people are going for the enjoyment in the weekend and all. There, the vibrations as well as noise are too much high than the gym. That's why we can, if we are going to use that here, so we can get more and more energy efficiently. Okay. So in the last picture, you can see here we are going to use the charging pad under the upstairs. But nowadays, no one is using that upstairs. Instead of that, they are using the escalators. But we are going to use the technology where the upstairs are what we can say compulsory. Just like we can use it in the railway station. It is the real life application because in the Gujarat, I don't know the name of the city. They are implementing that technology on their railway station. Okay. So these are some real life application used in the foreign city. First is about Japan. They are using the technology under the door mattress. Just imagine if you are going to use that, what we can say, that technology in our India. So we all know that our Indian moms are too much cleanliness freak. They always say that rub your leg before entering in our home. So if you are going to rub on that, we can get more and more energy, and directly that supplies go to the inverter. In this way, we can get the more and more energy without any input. Okay. So the second picture is about Washington DC Richland. They are using that charging pads for their people for the footpath. But one thing here, we don't use that footpath in our India, because we all know that our people don't have the discipline. They ride their vehicles from the footpath also, and because of that, that type of weight it can't bear, so we can't use that. If our people have the discipline, then and then only we are going to use that technology. Okay, so these are some advantages as well as disadvantages. You can see that circuit is not affected by any weather condition as well as the electric magnetic field. Okay, so disadvantages are crystal can be cracked by the overstress. As I previously mentioned, if you are going to use that vehicles as well as heavy loads on that, it will obviously gonna crack. Okay, so it will be may affected by long use at the high temperature. So that are some drawbacks, and this is the conclusion. Obviously, it is the green energy, and we are not going to give any input for it. We are directly going to get the output, that is electricity, and it will convert the vibrative energy into the electric energy. So it is, I can say, pervadable. I can say that word. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Thanks. If any question you ask.
Hello, Nachiket.
Yes.
Can you start your camera, please? Now.
Yes, right. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have mentioned during your presentation in India we don't have sense.
Yes, yes.
Actually, people are used to run their
Yes.
vehicles on walking tracks. But I must say there are many walking grounds, running grounds are there where
Yes,
vehicles
yes.
are not allowed. Can we use your piezoelectricity concept there?
Yes, yes. Obviously, we can use, ma'am. But we have
How
to
we can
design it
use?
for that just vehicle if you want to get more and more energy.
But people used to run like in a bulk. They are in bulk when they run in the walking ground or running ground.
Yes,
They
yes,
used to run many times.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
can you use or not? And if you
yes, yes.
can, then
Obviously,
how
we
you'll
can use.
use?
Yes, yes.
How?
Because ma'am, it real life application is working in the Washington DC as I previously said, ma'am, as well as in Gujarat also. So it is, we can say, we can implement in India also.
Okay, sir, you may ask your next question.
Okay, Nachiket, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you have mentioned one disadvantage that the crystal will break after due to
Yes,
overstress.
yes.
So what we
Yes.
can do for it? What is
Sir, we
your
have to
opinion?
design it for the more weight, sir. That's it.
Okay, how?
Sir, I don't know just deeply inside it. I'm just what you can say. I'm just proposing the outline of the piezoelectricity, sir. So
Hmm.
yes,
Okay.
one more application is that, sir. In the cigarette lighter, the quartz named piezoelectric crystal is used. It will work like a spark plug. It will ignite all that gases. So this is one more real life application of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other question from audience?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Uh,
Can I leave,
Thank you
ma'am,
for your
because I have
presentation.
another presentation in
No,
Pandharpur.
you may leave. You may leave
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Mr. Tejas Kamble, are you ready for your
Yes,
presentation?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine, fine. You may start now. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Is the presentation visible and am I audible? Okay, okay, I'll proceed then. They are saying something. Okay. May I start?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, teachers and judges. I'm Tejas Kamble from Thakur Polytechnic, and today I'm here to present my topic under the my topic advancement in automobile systems. Under that, we're going to talk about the advancements in engine and the engine designs. So let us start with a brief introduction. In today's, due to the rising pollution and the due to the rising power and performance requirement, pollution is a huge issue faced by the car manufacturers. Now, they are used so to eradicate the pollution. They are using various techniques and technologies to make their engines as more efficient as pop and more powerful. The engineers do this so that the engines could meet the newer emission regulations. So let us see the points that I'm going to be covering in my presentation. We are going to talk about variable valve timing systems, downsizing engines, direct injection system, and twin scroll turbochargers. So let us talk about the variable valve timing system. Now, this is a very common feature used in many vehicles today. Even economy cars have it. What it does is it changes the timing of valves. So it either opens late into a combustion cycle or earlier into a combustion cycle. If the valve opens in early stages of a combustion cycle, it's called as an advanced timing. Whereas when the valves open late into the combustion chamber, it's called as retarded timing. Now, advanced timing is used when the power requirement is very high, and a more retarded timing is used when the power requirement is very low and the engine needs to conserve fuel. Now, most of the variable valve timing systems are more to uh, more oriented towards economy, but some of the variable valve timing systems are more tuned towards performance, like the Honda's iVTEC system, downsizing and turbocharging engines. Now, this is a very common technique used by a lot of car manufacturers today. What they do is they decrease the displacement of an engine so they consume less fuel. And because these engines consume less fuel, they are less powerful. So, to have some adequate power, they are installed by turbochargers. Now, the adding of the turbochargers increase the efficiency of an engine as well as give it some extra performance boost. Here is a fun fact for you guys. Most of the modern engines today are actually smaller than the party-sized Coke bottles you get in the stores. Direct injection systems. Efficiency of an engine majorly depends upon the fuel injection system used in the vehicle. Direct injection system is a very common technique used in modern cars today. What it does is it injects the fuel directly into the combustion chamber, which helps the fuel atomize with the air better, giving a very clean burn. Now, this increases the efficiency of an engine as the fuel burns a lot better than any older port injection systems. Now, the only drawback of the system is that it allows the carbon deposits to accumulate over the intake valve, which may restrict the airflow into the combustion chamber. But because this isn't a huge deal, as the power loss is very minimum, and there are cleaners out there in the market. Now, some of the performance cars even use twin injection systems, where they use a port and a direct injection system. Twins called turbochargers. Now, these turbochargers are just regular turbochargers, but instead of having one inlet, they are having two inlets. What it does is it separates the cylinders, having the same exhaust pulse, and what it does, and so that they don't collide and cause a disturbance in the airflow. What it helps is in under immediate acceleration, there is no collision of the exhaust pulses, and the turbo can spool up a lot quicker, giving immediate boost. Now, twin spool turbochargers are better in every way from a single spool turbochargers, as they eradicate a huge issue of turbocharged engine is that is turbo lag. And then there are other miscellaneous advancements made in the engine block itself, like reducing the intake and the exhaust valve angles, running in higher compression ratio, and making the engine components out of lightweight aluminum parts. Now, all of this won't sound much, but they play a major role in the performance and the efficiency of any engine. So to conclude my topic, there are still a lot of advancement that are being made in our internal combustion engine, as these engines have a huge advantage over an electric vehicle. Plus, most of the car companies don't have enough money to spend on an entirely new R&D of a new electric vehicle platform, so they rely on normal internal combustion engines. And there's still a lot of scope out there for these engines to be more efficient than they are now, and we can make them as efficient as electric vehicles as well. And plus, who doesn't like a good sounding engine in their car? So here are some of the references that I use for making up my presentation. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah. Where are you from, Tejas?
I'm from Patil Polytechnic, ma'am. From Mumbai.
In which city? From Mumbai. Okay, you're
Mumbai.
from Mumbai. Yeah, fine, fine. Can you just explain about turbochargers more? And one more question I have, the full form of EVS,
Environmental studies.
environmental studies, right? So
Yeah.
you have just given, one picture on your conclusion. I have just seen one logo, Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this technology, how it is used in Ferrari?
Okay, ma'am. First of all, I'll answer you. The first question is that about turbocharging, and is basically a forced induction device that forces more air into the combustion chamber, so that the engine could produce more power. And it also increases the overall efficiency of the engine because you are just using the waste exhaust gases to spool up that turbo. So the overall the efficiency increases. And you're talking then about the Ferrari. Um, this technology is used across all car brands out there, not just Ferrari. Like whatever things
Yeah,
that I
I
mentioned.
know that, but you mentioned that particular logo, and you have used that Ferrari logo. That's why I'm asking about it.
Okay, in Ferraris, yeah, these all systems are used. Like I mentioned, the twin injection system in
Yeah.
the Ferraris SF90, they use that twin injection system so that the air is atomized better with the fuel, resulting in more power. And ma'am, I just put that picture so that the presentation looks good. It's not. I'm not saying some showing you the advancement made just by the Ferrari. This
Okay.
presentation is about the overall, like
Overall, but you're just your logo Ferrari is your favorite car.
no, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. You may ask your next question.
Okay, Tejas,
Yeah.
actually your presentation was very good, and the presentation there,
Thank you,
but
sir.
I didn't get what you wanted to say
I
from this
basically
presentation.
Okay, I basically wanted to prove from this presentation that um, engines are till this date there are make the engines have been getting more advanced than before, and there are still technologies that car manufacturers are implementing to make them even more efficient as well as more powerful than before.
Mhm.
So, and plus, most of the people that say that electric vehicles are the future of transportation, well, it's not really true, to be honest,
Mhm.
because EVs still have a problem, and plus, EVs still pollute till this date. So the only thing I wanted to produce with, no, I mean,
Okay,
proof,
you are saying that electric vehicles also will have some pollution. And
yeah,
what about that petrol, diesel, and the resources
okay,
that we have? What we should do about it?
okay. I'm not saying that petrol and diesel don't pollute. Well, they pollute as well. But if you think about it, EVs have a larger footprint while they are being produced because extraction of lithium. I've actually presented about this topic, e-vehicle challenges and others, and I have mentioned that when an electric vehicle is developed, the extraction of lithium is a way more polluting process than making of a normal internal combustion engine vehicle. And plus, like the 80% of the charging stations that are being used, they are just running out of
No,
fossil fuels.
my concern is about the resources. Uh, Whatever the technology we can have in our engines, but we require fuel. No? The
Yes.
fuel is dissipating currently, and in I think maybe in 2050 or 60, it will be around 80% fuel will be dissipated from the earth. So what we will do then?
Okay. I'm pretty sure till that date we will find a different source of fueling our vehicles. But till this date, the only thing that we can do is making our engine more efficient than before, so that it burns less fuel and have some adequate power as well.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We may start our next presentation. Shreyash and Ninad.
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. Just one
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Okay. You may start now.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. Myself Shreyash Gande from Patil Polytechnic Vashi, Mumbai. So today I am here with my capstone project, as well as our that's the same for our paper presentation, button operated gear shifting system for two-wheeler or box system. So let's understand what is the need for the system. Our actual aim behind this project was to minimize maximum human efforts, as well as it's beneficial for handicap, the people who are having prosthetic leg or some sort of foot disabilities. It is a simple electromechanical system which works on two solenoid switches. The further explanation would be given by Ninad Bhagat.
Thank you, Shreyas. Now I would like on to take on the further presentation. I would just explain some small major parts of the system. They consist mostly of the common relays 12 volt 30 m, a solenoid which is mostly available in the starter motors, an SPDT switch which is common in market, and a battery which is mostly available in the normal bikes. So what I mean to say is these all parts are easily available in the market, and you can get it at a cheaper price on the local markets. You know. In short, I would like to explain the construction and mounting of this system. So it mostly consists of a rod which we have made. It is of approximately 22 centimeters, attached with two solenoids below them. The rear one is tilted by 1 degree and the front one is tilted by 2 degrees. There is a C clamp, two C clamps holding on the solenoids for their perfect actual operations, and they are welded on the bottom side or the chassis of the bike. This is actual circuit diagram uh, of this of the system. We have used two relays for the safety purpose, so that the system will be protected as well as the battery. Uh, hello, hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible. Go on.
All right. And the problem with the discharging of battery will be solved as it gets charged while driving. So for the further presentation, I would like to call my mate to take on the presentation.
Thank you, Ninad. So let's talk about the drawbacks and overcomes, like pros and cons. Side stand might be relocated. However, how we have created this whole unit, we are going to weld this on the lower tube where the conventional gear lever is placed. Due to which it's due to the weight of the system, the CG of the vehicle body can be shifted or tilted towards rear or the left or right. So it can be a huge problem later on, and side stand wouldn't be located anywhere. Second thing, adopting new gear shifting mechanism, like for new riders, it would be little difficult to understand of this work of its working. Battery discharging, as solenoid requires a lot of power, it will discharge battery very fast. Couldn't understand in which gear the bike is while riding the bike. You after some time, if you shift the gear with the button, you won't understand in which gear you are. For that, we are going to show a new system. Let's come to the overcomes. Side stand is relocated at more convenient place or only main stand usage.
it is more easy to it is more easy to operate. Our system is more easy to operate. Battery would be charged by battery charging unit. So as I have told you in previous slide, how we will know in which gear we are. So we are going to use another system which is gear indicator. The gear indicator will indicate in which gear you are when you shift. Moving further, let's talk about the future scope of this system. In future, we are planning to make another system which will actuate clutch automatically whenever you shift the gear with the SPDT switch. In this system will consist servo motor as well as an Arduino. Arduino will actuate the motor and gradual release of the clutch. And the more future would be fully automatic gear shifting system, in which we are going to clock two microprocessing units. One is the Arduino, as previous slide you have seen that Arduino will control the clutch, and the our system which we have designed at this moment would be controlled by the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi will monitor the speed as well as the RPM. According to that, it will shift the gears. Thank you. Myself Shriyash Gande with my friend Ninad Bhagat. I would like to show a short video of this working system. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are done,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. You have done. Okay, fine. Uh, I would like to ask you. You just said about advantages, disadvantages, pro and cons, right? Pros and cons.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you just
Yes, ma'am.
explain about it? Because every coin has two sides, right?
Yeah, of course. I
So,
understand.
which is more advantages, benefits or disadvantages?
I would rather say benefits, like it. First of all, our system minimizes maximum human efforts, as well as it is beneficial for the handicapped people, and specifically handicapped, we would say, like the people who are handicapped, they use gearless bikes like scooters,
Okay.
but who are fond of riding a geared bike, for them it's more beneficial. Our system is more beneficial.
And secondly, I would like to ask you. I have seen your video, right?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, we had our bicycles when we were at our childhood, and we used to say now chain has been removed, and just we used to you used one kind of belt conveyor or chain conveyor. So how it is modified in this video?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. What belt?
So, ma'am,
You have shown one video of bike, right?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was just a belt conveyor or one belt pulley you have used in this system.
No,
So
we
many
didn't use
times,
any sort of belt or pulley. We
okay,
have used the solenoid switch, which is connected to a gear lever, and the gear lever is also designed by us.
okay, you
yes,
have
ma'am. I
designed
would
this.
like to add a point on it. It is basically a gear lever which is designed on the when we have a normal gear shifting mechanism, just opposite of that, which is down. This one is upward, and it operates on the help of the solenoids. The solenoid pulls.
Okay, fine. And last question, you
Yeah.
mentioned you can edit gear indicator. So it will be affected on the cost. Cost will be high, or you can just design in a
No,
moderate
ma'am.
cost.
It costs around 150 to 50 maximum.
Very
It
good.
it won't cost more.
Yeah. It was very impressive presentation. Where are you from?
Ma'am,
Agnel
Agnel Polytechnic
Polytechnic,
Vashi.
Vashi, Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your presentation. Now,
Thanks.
next participants,
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Anvay Deshpande and Vinay Burbure. Are you ready for your presentation?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, fine. You may start now. You are good to go now.
Cancel. Share.
You may share your screen, Anvay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it. Just give me 1 minute, ma'am. I'm doing it. Is my screen is visible?
Hello.
Ma'am, your mic is mute.
Sorry. Are you presenting from your mobile or your
No,
laptop?
I'm presenting the screen from my PC, and we are have on the camera from my phone.
Okay, okay. You can start your camera also. Yeah, you may start now. Your screen is visible, but your presentation, your slide didn't come in front.
Now it's okay.
No, still it is not visible. You should share your slides first. You just start with share your screen option where three dots are there. See, present your entire screen or video. If you start presenting your
Yes,
entire
ma'am.
screen, then your screen will be visible, and then you can start with your slides.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
visible, ma'am?
now, yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, very much fine. You may start your presentation. All the best.
Okay. Thank you. Hello everyone. Firstly, good afternoon to one and all. My name is Anvay Madhav Deshpande. Currently, I am studying in AG Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Vinay Ravikaran Burbure. Today, we are presenting our topic on emerging trends in automobile engineering under recent trends in under autonomous vehicles.
Now, autonomous vehicles are also referred as the autopilot system. Now, what is this autopilot system? Autopilot system or this concept is what the driver or the car can go by itself without any driver assistance from one point to another.
In the whole world, there are 44 plus companies who are investing in autopilot vehicles such as Tesla, Mercedes, Jaguar, Apple, etc.
Now we can classify this autopilot system in some levels. In the first level, the adaptive cruise control function is given to the vehicle. Now what is this adaptive cruise control function? In this system, the vehicle maintain the speed to maintain safe distance between the vehicle which is in front of it through the sensors. And the second level,
In the second level, along with adaptive cruise control system, lane keep assist system is featured in which the driver can get function of parking function, etc.
and car can manage also lane in the while driving. In the third level, the driver can take off his slight attention from the driving, but he must be aware to take the control of the car in some bad weather conditions or road conditions.
In level 4 and 5, the car can be fully automated in any weather conditions and road conditions.
There is no need of driver to take control of the car. The car can go itself. Now, the best example of this system in India is Mahindra XUV 700. Now Mahindra has introduced this system in the XUV 700 for the first time in our country. Now this system is known as ADAS.
ADAS means Advanced Driver Assistance System, in which group of technology work together for the functions such as parking functions, adaptive cruise control system, lane keep assist system, etc.
Now, how does this system works? We know autopilot system, the car can go itself, but how does this work? This system is totally dependent upon the sensors, microprocessors, computers, microphones, high definition cameras, and lots of systems.
There are lots of sensors such as self-steering. Self-steering means which can detect the obstacles which are coming on road and the road margins. And GPS system. GPS system means we can say as a global navigation system.
Navigation system which works through satellite.
Yes.
Now, digital maps, this is the virtual image which is compiled through the navigation system or the satellite signals to the driver, which is provided to driver, and the radar systems. Thus, these sensors are the mounted on front and rear bumpers of the vehicle to detect or to maintain safe distance or to aware the driver from vehicle which is in front and behind of it.
Ultrasonic sensor. These sensors are mounted on front of the wheel, which can detect the obstacles of the road and detect the road margins and the parking functions.
Now, there are to detect the real life road signs. There are high definition cameras, microphones. Now, microphones detect the signals or the sound waves of the ambulance or fire brigade vehicles. These are the examples of it. High definition cameras.
High definition cameras means we can call it as a systems eye, which are used for rear wheels of the car, and it shows the signs margins of the
It
road.
read the road signs to drive
Yes.
the car. Computers and processors.
Computers and processors in which NVIDIA processor is used.
Okay. Now, here are some advantages and disadvantages of this system, autopilot system. Now, first advantage of this system, the number of road accidents has been decreased because of the human errors also decreased from this system. And the second one is reduced fatigue in traffic jams. Driver don't need to pay attention or stay steady while driving in the bad traffic or heavy traffic jams in the cities. The car can go or car can maintain the safe distance from the vehicles which is around it. And third one is stress-free parking. In the congested parking area, the driver don't need to pay attention. The car can park itself through the sensors, high definition cameras, and radar systems.
Disadvantages. Now we can't call it as a disadvantage, but every coin has it both sides. First point is expensive. Due to lots of sensors and computer processors, it cost might be high, and second point is going to be hacking. Due to lots of technologies and computer processes, sensors, it can be hacked by hacker. And third one is sensor failure.
The sensor may can fail, or because of that, accident can be happen or mishap can be happen. Now we are heading to our summary. Because from our presentation, we can say that this autopilot system or the uh, autonomous vehicle system, we can say that these are some positives and negatives also. First, this system is slightly cost. Our normal or middle class family can't afford this system, but these are some advantages that driver don't need to attention. The fatigue free or tension free driving can be done.
After some years, the number of innovations and researches can be developed through it.
And these problems can be overcome.
Overcome.
And also this system or this project have lots of entrepreneurship development opportunities or business opportunities. We youth can do business in this system, or what we can call as which we can produce or do the business of the components of the products which are using in this system. uh, this system have a lot of potential to do it. Thank you so much. We are done with our presentation. Now, madam, you can ask questions.
Yeah. You had just explained about some, high virgin cars, about Ford, about Tesla, about Google Drive car.
Madam, your voice
And
is not clear.
now am I audible? Am I
No,
audible?
you are audible, but the voice is not clear.
Okay. Can I ask my question again? Can I repeat this?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. You just explained about modify and high version car like Tesla, Google Drive car, and they're using that autopilot system, right?
Yes.
But before that system, I think they have some experiments startingly in prior period. Which system they have used before autopilot system?
before as I said, in India XCV700, this car is we can call it as this car is at second stage of this autopilot system. The basic stage, in the basic stage, cruise control system, adaptive cruise control system, lane keep assist, these functions are provided to the vehicle. These
Do
are
you
the
know about LIDAR?
radar system. Yes. The
Yeah.
difference between radar and lidar is that radar sensors read the road signs and lidar sensor read the light or detect the lights on the roads.
So first they have started with LIDAR,
Yeah,
then they've
before that,
implemented through radar, and after that they have started autopilot system.
yeah, before Tesla, we all of us know about the Tesla has introduced the autopilot system, or Tesla cars have autopilot system. But before Tesla, Volvo have introduced this system, but
Okay.
no one know that. Before, in I think Volvo XC90 model, they have given the this autopilot system, which is very beautiful, and the lot of Volvo cars are in our country.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Next one is Pratham
Sudeep
Angli.
sir can question.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Questions are over,
Wait.
ma'am.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Sir, are you
oh.
there? Sudeep sir? Okay. Okay, now no questions. We'll start with another presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Pratham Angli and Patange Vyangtesh. Are you ready for your presentation? Pratham Angli. Okay, we'll move to next participants, Hamid Patil and Piyush Gayakwad. This is your last call, Hamid Patil and Piyush Gayakwad. Okay, next one, Deep and Abhishek, Green Agro Equipment. Deep and Abhishek.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes,
Deep,
ma'am.
are you there?
Yes, ma'am. We are there.
Okay, you may start your presentation.
May I get 5 minutes, ma'am?
Okay, so should we go in next presentation? After that, you may start your presentation.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, fine. Atharva and Nikhil. Ball engine. Atharva, yeah. You have raised your hand. So you may start your presentation. Atharva and Nikhil.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are very much audible. You may start now.
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute. I'm sharing my screen, ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. You may share your screen, and after that you can start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
And if you are presenting from your laptop or your PC, you
Ma'am,
start your camera
using
also.
my laptop.
Yeah, using your laptop, so you may start your camera also.
Okay, ma'am. Fine. Ma'am, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yeah, your screen is visible, but I can't see your PPT. I'm not able to see your PPT.
Ma'am, is the PPT visible now?
Yeah, now it is fully visible. You may good
yes,
to go
ma'am.
now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, good morning, good afternoon to each and everyone present here for this event of technical paper presentation. I hope you all will be doing great. I, Atharva Gurav, and my teammate Nikhil Gupta from Patil Polytechnic, Vashi, Navi Mumbai. We belong to Department of Automobile Engineering, currently pursuing...
Atharva.
Yes, ma'am.
You may start your camera if you are
Okay.
using
Sure,
your
ma'am.
laptop.
Yes, ma'am.
Please. Again, your screen is invisible.
Ma'am, is my
Yeah,
camera on?
yeah. Your camera is on, but your screen is invisible now.
Yes.
Both are visible. Fine.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to each and everyone present here for this event of technical paper presentation. I hope you all will be doing great. I, Atharva Gaurav, and my team member, Mr. Nikhil Gupta, are from ANNUM Polytechnic, Vashi, Navi Mumbai. We belong to the Department of Automobile Engineering and are currently pursuing our final semesters in the course. We present our research on three-valve engine. Without a further ado, I would start with the presentation. So let's see what we will be seeing through this PPT. So first we will see the abstract of our research. Next we will give a short introduction about the two-wheeler vehicles, which we all know. Next we will move on to the types of engines and multi-valve engines. Further, we will see the valve arrangement and a comparative study of three-valve engine, two-valve engine, and four-valve engine. And at last, we will summarize the our research. So let's start with the abstract. Uh, our research is entitled as three-valve engine, which will highlight the structural and operational geometry that the two-wheeler works on. The model selected for this research was a LML Adreno, which was manufactured in the year 2001, which was and is a rear sighting on the Indian roads. The main aim of this research is to demonstrate how a three-valve engine works, as there is no actual model available due to a limited production run of this kind of engines as compared to the conventional two-valve and four-valve engines. A comparative study between two-valve, three-valve, and four-valve engine technology will be represented at the end of this research paper, which will guide you to show how three-valve engines can be a beneficial for our two-wheeler industry. Now, I would like Nikhil to start with the so continue further with the topics. Thank you, Nikhil.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Atharva. Now, I, Nikhil Gupta, will be further contouring the presentation. So, let's see a short introduction on two-wheelers. As we all know, a two-wheeler is a vehicle that runs on two wheels. These two wheels may arrange in a tandem one behind the other as a single-track vehicles or arranged side by side on the same axle. Motorcycle engines are typically two-stroke or four-stroke IC engines, but other engine types such as Wankel's engine and electrical motors have been used. A motorcycle engine basically sends power to the rear wheels by the means of chain, belt or shaft. The image besides illustrates that the two-wheeler clearly with its other components. Next, we will move on the types of engines and multi-valve engines. So unlikely every other engineering components or machine engine is to classified in board configurations. Here we have listed some of the types based on the number of cylinders used in the engine. So they are single cylinder used in almost every two-wheeler in the market. Parallel to an engine, this type of engine construction is often seen on entry-level sports bikes such as Yamaha R3 or Kawasaki Ninja 300, but is in use of even a large capacity in cruisers. Inline engine. An inline engine uses three parallel engine housed with the same cylinder block. The drum seat and the MV Brutale 800 are two such examples. Flat engines. The horizontal or flat layout of the engine is commonly known as a boxer engine. Here are the two pistons are laid out to the opposite side of a crankshaft. Next, V-engine. As the name suggests, the arrangement of the two-cylinder forms a V here. In 2019, Aprilia RS V4 1100 factory or the Ducati V4 are some of the popular examples in V engines. Multi-valve engines. It is a basically valve configurations. Now, further moving for the topics, let's see what is multi-valve engines are. A multi-valve engine is one where each cylinder has more than two valves. A multi-valve engine has better breathing and may able to operate high RPM than a two-valve engine delivering more power. A multi-valve engine design has three or four, five per cylinder to achieve improved performance. Any four-stroke IC engine need at least two valves per cylinder, one for intake and other for often fuel, and another for exhaust of combustion gases. Adding more valves increases valve area and improves the flow of intake and exhaust gases, thereby enhancing the combustion, volumetric efficiency, and power output. Multi-valve geometry allows the spark plug to ideally located within the combustion chamber or flame propagation. Let's now see various types of the types are listed as follows: two valve, three valve, four valve, five valve, and so on. For this research, we will study only first three types. So let us start with the conventional two valve arrangement. Two valve Hearing the name two-valve, you may have realized there are two valves in the engine cylinder. The valve does not job getting the right amount of air and fuel into the cylinder. Two-valve engine has intake and has two valves. One is intake valve and second one is the exhaust valve. The two-valve engine is used more in commuter segment like bike engines. Some advantages of this type are the price of the engine is comparatively less than four-valve engine. It takes limited amount of air fuel due to the mileage is much higher than two-valve engine is very good for acceptable performance. Company can make two-valve engine very easily. Some prominent examples are Suzuki Axis, Honda CB Shine, etc. Now we will next see three-valve arrangement. Three-valve technology incorporates a total of three valves, two each of the inlet and one exhaust valve in the engine. Thus, it different and better than used in the conventional two-valve engine design. The engine causes two valves just like humans' nose. Thus, the two inlet valves provide more opening in the area to suck the air fuel mixture. Some prominent examples of three-valve are Vispa XL 149 and VXL 150, TVS 120 and Torque 125, TVS Victors, and etc. Next, we will see four-valve arrangement. This technology incorporates four valves to each inlet and exhaust valve in the engine. Two valves have more opening on the area to suck the air-fuel mixture. The cylinder head with four-valve technology increases the combustion or area covered by the valves. As a result, it can more up to 50% to a comparable two-valve design. Thus, it improves the engine performance such as power throttle response and pickup at all engine speeds. Some prominent examples of four-valve arrangements are like Bajaj Domino 400, TVS Achpar RTR 200 four valves, etc. That's now my part. I will hand over for the presentation to Atharva.
Thank you, Nikhil. Now I will continue further with the valve arrangement and the comparative study of three-valve engine. Let's see the valve arrangement of three-valve engine. Uh, this is a 3D CAD image which can clearly show how a three-valve arrangement will look like. So here we see is one the exhaust valve which is bigger in size, and there are two inlet valves present. Also, if we look closely, we can see the camshaft drive which will actuate the valve mechanism. Being a three valve engine, it can also function on SOHC, that is single overhead cam arrangement. Also, the graphic design here shown works on a OHV, that is overhead valve type mechanism. The advantages of this three valve technology is that uh, we will not have to use two camshafts to actuate the valves, and also due to some lesser number of parts will result in the reduction of weight of the engine. It will also reduce the production cost, as the cost of one camshaft and one uh, valve per engine produced will be reduced. uh, Next we will see, this is the bike that we took out for our research work. It has an engine of three valve technology. This is the engine. The first image shows the dismantled view of the engine. Next is a three valve engine that was mounted on the bike, and in the last image you can clearly see how a three valve arrangement looks like in a real life. If we look closely, you can locate the valves, two inlet and one outlet valve, and the valve actuating mechanisms. Next, we will see a comparative study of two valve, three valve, and a four valve engine. So, here is a table that represents a comparison. There are various parameters. So, let us start with the inlet and the exhaust valve. The two valve engine has one inlet and one exhaust valve. A three valve has a two inlet and one exhaust. Four valve has two inlet and 2 exhaust valves. The cam arrangement used for 2-valve engine is SOHC, that is single overhead cam. The 3-valve engine can be used with a single overhead cam, that is SOHC, or a DOHC, that is dual overhead cam. This is an added advantage of a 3-valve engine. The 4-valve engine uses a cam arrangement of DOHC, that is dual overhead cam. Next is the mileage. The 2-valve engine produces a moderate mileage that is sufficient for practical usage. A 3-valve engine produces a better mileage than a 2-valve engine, as the as a extra inlet valve helps in better combustion and better performance of the engine. The 4-valve engine, being the latest technology, has better mileage and better power output with a quick throttle response. The power output in 2-valve engine is quite moderate for practical usage, as I said. The 3-valve engine produces a better power output, which is in par almost close to a 4-valve engine. The emissions of 2-valve engine is quite more, as it is a conventional technology that is used in the engine. The 3-valve and 4-valve engine produces lesser emissions because uh, more research and development is involved in uh, producing a 3-valve or 4-valve engines. The throttle response for 2-valve engine is quite poor. The 3-valve has a adequate throttle response, and 4-valve has a quicker throttle response. Now comes the maintenance part. The maintenance part plays a very important role in uh, for Indian customers. A 2-valve engine gives a low maintenance due to lesser number of parts, and the 3-valve engine gives a adequate amount of maintenance which can be manageable. The 4-valve engine requires more the maintenance because it uses advanced technologies, more number of parts, as well as it is likely used in higher capacities bike above 300 cc. Next, this is a graphical comparison of 2-valve, 3-valve, and 4-valve engine. The graph shows the mileage and performance in percentage with respective type of valve arrangement. So the first is 2-valve engine, which gives out 70% of mileage and 60% of performance. Next is 3-valve engine, which gives out almost 85% of mileage and 80% of performance. And the last is the 4-valve engine, which gives out almost 90% of mileage and the same amount of percentage of performance. To summarize this comparison, I will say that as India is a mass market for two-wheeler consumer, the consumer segment is majorly divided into two types. First come the ones who opt for commuter segment, which is a very fuel efficient segment, and the others who opt for a performance segment, which gives adequate performance, but they compromise on the mileage. But there are only few choices for the customers who want both performance as well as mileage in a single package. Due to the 3-valve technology, which has now been reintroduced, which was launched for almost a decade and a half by some manufacturers, they are introducing a 3-valve technology. This problem can be solved, so this will enable the buyers to enjoy the performance and mileage of a 4-valve engine, as well as the maintenance cost will be as low as a 2-valve engine. This type of valve technology, if used, can be a very successful step, uh, and it will benefit manufacturer for their sales and the customers, as they will have a more better performance and mileage than a conventional 2-valve engine two-wheelers. Some of the prominent examples which use a 3-valve technology in India are TVS Ntorq 125, TVS Star City, TVS Victor, Piaggio Vespa 125, and the 150 cc's. This can be
Hello?
more. Hello, ma'am.
Hello? Sorry for
Yes, ma'am.
interrupt you in between because your presentation have gone more than 15 minutes.
Sorry, ma'am.
You presented yourself more than 15 minutes. Actually, the timing of presentation was 10 minutes. One or plus or minus two is okay. But you have taken almost 15 minutes, more than 15 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, this is last slide is remaining, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am. Then I will
Yeah,
summarize my point.
yeah, fine.
Okay. So to simplify more further, if we compare two popular scooters, that is Ntorq and Access 125, the Access produces a torque figure of 9.5 Newton meters at 5,500 rpm, and the Ntorq produces 10.5 Newton meters of torque at the same amount of RPM. So the main concept between both is both are 125cc segment scooters, but Access uses a 2-valve technology and the Ntorq uses a 3-valve technology. So it is a better advantage for Enter as it produces more performance, a better mileage as compared to Access. Though Access has a better hand ahead because it provides a better number of mileage in terms of practicality. So let's summarize the points. The three valve technology incorporates three valves, two inlet and one outlet, which is far better than the conventional two valve engine design. The engine uses the two inlet valves to provide more opening and area to suck more air fuel mixture, which results in more combustion, producing more power output as compared to conventional two valve engines. As India is a mass consumer for two wheelers, the two wheeler segment is divided into two, that commuter segment and performance segment. A three valve technology is is a boost for the buyers who would opt for performance and mileage in one package. This will be a successful step for the buyers as well as the manufacturers if three valve technology is brought back in the two wheeler segment. Some prominent examples, as I listed before, were TVS Ntorq, TVS Star City, TVS Victor, and Piaggio Vespas 125 and 140, etc. Thank you for listening patiently, and sorry for more timing, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Okay. You have just mentioned and you have just shown me one picture, and in that picture, you said about your modified engine. You have worked on this, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This one, right?
This is your slide. No, no, this is not the slide. Yeah, yeah. This is the engine. So, have you run this vehicle and
Yes, ma'am.
have you checked the efficiency?
Yes, ma'am. It is as it is a old one, old bike, so the efficiency is quite less. But if we compare to the bikes of that era, this bike is more efficient than the two valve technology used bikes in that era, like the CBZ and all, Honda CBZ. This was more fuel efficient. It was giving more performance at that time. But due to the lack of companies' efforts, this bike was not as popular as other bikes in the market.
Why? Because of the cost issue or because of the friction issue of the valves?
Ma'am, due to the company's after sale service, ma'am. So the company did not provide the adequate after sale service. Also, the parts of this bike produced by the companies were quite less, and the distributors were very few in the areas.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much for your presentation. So,
Thank you,
dear
ma'am.
participants, here we'll take half an hour break, and again we'll meet by 1:40. We'll meet
Okay, ma'am.
again by 1:40 because already it's 1:10. So, our next presentation will be starting by 1:40 p.m. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Constant pumping is required. A constant pumping is required to operate this, which result is muscular disorder. Also, the backpack failure can't maintain pressure, results in drifts, dribbling. Developing adequate pressure is laborious and time consuming. And back pain problems may arise during middle age due to carrying around a 15 to 25-liter tank on back. So what we had done, I would like to show our working project with the help of video. Is this video visible, sir? Hello.
Late.
Hello. Plate, yeah. Sure, sure.
Yes, it's visible.
This is the working video of our project. Yeah, objectives. First is pressure controller. We can control the pressure as per our equipment.
and second is not heavy, so easy to carry. As you had seen that we don't have to carry any load. We just have to push the trolley or a vehicle and just switch on or switch off the switch wherever it is required when we are flowing the water on flowing the pesticides on plants. Then long life, large operating range, then extended multi-nozzle spray bar, as we have uh, six nozzles on both sides, easy to start and handle. So I would like to invite or hand over a further explanation to my partner, Mr. Abhishek Khairnar.
Uh, Thank you, Deep, for inviting me. So let's continue with the presentation. As we all know, okay, so let's first is the benefits of a project. As we all know, farmers are struggling all in the day to provide quality food to eat for us. So it's a responsibility to reduce their efforts. The benefits of a project are first, it is good for environment as it doesn't use gasoline. It produces less noise so that other people can't be disturbed. The project is less time consuming and less labor cost. Proposed methodology of solving identified problem reduces the effort of the farmer. It will protect the farmer from the harmful diseases which is caused due to pesticides or chemical due to close contact with eyes. Sir, this is a proposed design of a project. It consists of three nozzles, both the side. Total six nozzles are present there. We have used 12 inches of tires to get 6 inch of diameter, which is really good and has a very good ground clearance. Uh, these are the materials required to. These are the materials required. First is the GI square pipe. Firstly, the movable wheels. Then the hardware materials, electrical components as per requirement, storage tank in which the water is stored, water or the pesticides can be stored. Then the trolley which we have been made by using fabrication and a 40 marine plywood.
And discharge of our pump is 9 liter per minute. Thank you for listening us patiently.
Okay, can you show the video once again?
Sorry, sir.
Video. Show
Yeah,
the
sure.
video once.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Is this visible, sir?
Hmm. Okay, fine.
This one is another video.
What another video? Okay. So what is the cost of
Yes, sir. We are open to questions.
manufacturing cost?
GI pipe is nothing but it's like a square and which is really lower in weight, which is good for this proposed or this work or activities.
What is manufacturing cost?
Not getting a question, sir.
Okay, I will type it.
Yeah, sure. This paradigm used for weightlifting luggage too. Yes, it can. It is multi-purpose because we can put out that drum, which is 50, which contains 50 liters of water, and we can use to carry the load of around 400, approx 400 kilogram, to load grains of wheat or any other that what can I say, farming activities, like equipments and all. Yeah, the labor, the cost, it cost is around 10 point 10,000 to 200.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, sir.
Fine, fine.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
yeah. Okay. Okay, who is next? Atharva and Nikhil. Vedanta. Are you there, Vedant?
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
are.
sir.
Okay, please present.
Yes, sir. Just 1 minute, sir. Good afternoon, one and all. First of all, we are thankful to AJ Patil Polytechnic Institute to give us an opportunity on this national level platform. Myself, Utkarsh Dawad.
And myself, Vedan Emote. Today we are presenting the PPT on importance of electric vehicle and challenges. So EV is a relatively new concept in automotive industry. Electric vehicles are more efficient, and that charging an electric vehicle is cheaper than filling petrol or diesel. So why should we prefer electric vehicles over conventional vehicles? As we all know that conventional vehicles emits carbon monoxide, which is harmful and pollutes the environment, and it is one of the reason of greenhouse effect. Increasing fuel prices. This has a good methodology demands and supply. If the demand is low, then the supply as well as with fuel prices comparatively less. But nowadays demand is going on increasing day by day, which creates shortage in fuel. And so simultaneously prices of fuel are touching the sky. And we all know nowadays fuel prices is 120 per liter. Electric vehicle is a like one-time investment, so in future it will be much profitable. Electric vehicles gives much more better performance.
There are some advantages of electric vehicles are
Financial benefits like low running cost, environment friendly, low maintenance cost, better performance.
there are some challenges in uh, in front of electric vehicles. Currently, India has only 1,640 charging stations, and India reports to have 650 charging stations in 2019. But parallelly, China has over 456 charging stations in same year. Uh,
Range anxiety among consumers.
Well, rain anxiety is what consumers suffers from knowing that the electric vehicle might not have sufficient range to take them to their destination. Uh, as you all see, there are bar diagram to which is presents electric and IC engines. The range cost of electric cars in India as around 30K to higher than the average 5K of electric of economical cars running in traditional fuels. There are some brands. There are some brands that EV provide. Some brands electric vehicles of 2 or 4 wheelers in India. Uh, Tata Motors, Bajaj, and Mercedes Benz. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello.
Utkarsh,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just show me this third slide once again, third or fourth. That was show the slide.
This one, sir.
Yes. So you are saying that there will be less pollution by using electric vehicles, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And have you heard the presentation of Mr. Tejas Kamble a few time ago, some time ago? He presented philosophy or something like that. That he tells that the extraction of lithium that is used in the batteries of electric vehicle, it produces more pollution instead of petrol and diesel. What is your say about that? What would you like to say about that?
Sir, can I speak in Marathi?
Yes, please.
Sir, लिथियमला सुद्धा अल्टरनेटिव्ह आहे सर. तर सायंटिस्ट वर्किंग म्हणजे सायंटिस्ट काम करायला लागले त्याच्यावर सर सध्याला ते.
कुठला आहे? Which one?
सर तेवढं डीप नाही माहिती मला.
Fine. Okay, I think ma'am has asked one question.
Okay, sir.
See in that chat box.
Precision camshaft. Hello.
Yes.
Precision camshaft. Okay.
Okay.
सर त्यांनी ईव्ही बस तयार केली सर.
इलेक्ट्रिक व्हेकल बस तयार केलेली आहे.
मिनी बस त्यांनी तयार केली आहे प्रिसिजन.
कंप्लीट मिनी बस तयार केलेली आहे.
काय सर?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no, it's not a new bus. Actually, they are doing the retrofitting. They are converting your existing vehicle into electric vehicle.
सर ऑडिओ क्लिअर नाही आहे सर. सॉरी.
नमस्ते. येतोय का आवाज?
हा सर.
येतोय?
हो सर.
ओके, त्यांनी काय केलेलं आहे? त्यांनी न्यू बस डिझाईन किंवा मॉडिफाय मॅन्युफॅक्चर केलेली नाही आहे. त्यांनी रेट्रोफिटिंग करतात. रेट्रोफिटिंग म्हणजे तुमच्या एक्झिस्टिंग व्हेकलला इलेक्ट्रिक व्हेकल मध्ये कन्वर्ट करतात. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
Yes. Please present.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, screen is visible.
It is visible now.
Yes. Hello
Yes, yes.
everyone.
Go ahead.
Okay, I can start, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Hello everyone. My name is Ramilkal and my friend name is Gauri Lanke. Today's our presentation topic is emerging trends in automobile engineering. Please next slide, please. This is the content of our presentation is abstract, introduction, advantages of this technology, disadvantages, application, conclusion, and references. Next. Nowadays, there was many improvement and advancement introduced in vehicle or automobiles. This invention are comes from the problems and needs that are experienced by a customer. The main invention are mainly comes from safety and comfort also makes system having required less effort. These systems are mainly electronic sensor based system, communication system and computer based system. Introduction. Some of these invention of automobile vehicle are listed below. Electric car, ECU, it is an electronic control unit. Automotive air repelling system, flying car, Google driverless car, autopilot Tesla car, self-driving car. These invention are looking as automobile technique, which described below. Electric car. Electric car are automotive, which is powered by electric engine and electric energy. The development of electric vehicle is a very perspective and important process. EV are vehicles that are powered by the electric motor inside the internal combustion engine. The main purpose of this electric car is to save fuel and better performance, and it is also eco-friendly. And it is also eco-friendly. Next, ECU means electronic control unit. It is also called electronic control module. An electronic control unit, it is a small device inside a vehicle to control one or several electrical unit system in that vehicle. It tells electric system what to do and how to operate. ECU core is a microcontroller and it is controlled by inbuilt software. ECU is also controlled passive safety features such as airbags, even basic active safety features and emergency braking. Next slide. This is the diagram of ECU, electronic control system. Airbag. Airbag is the example of ECU. It is in the car is crash during crash strikes during the crash. It is get less chances to injure upper body and head also. Automated air refilling system. This system is highly sensitive system which is used to automatically fill in the air tires. It works on pressure sensor. This is the display unit and this is the control unit and upper is the pumping unit. This is the block diagram of the automated air refilling system. Next slide will be present Gauri Lanke. Over to Gauri.
Thank you for inviting me. I can audible? I'm audible?
Hi, yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, 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 you are audible. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So let us see about what is flying car. Flying car is a type of personal air vehicle that provides door-to-door transportation by both road and air. The term flying car is often used to include reliable aircraft and hover cars. Many prototypes have been built since the first year of 20th century, but no flying car has yet reached the production status. Simply, flying car it is useful in on road and also in air. As our comfort, we can travel on road and also in air. So, flying car it is an automated technology. It is perfectly used of existing infrastructure created for automobiles and plane also. That is open if the car is fit into any parking space, uses regularly gasoline and can be used on road and also on airport. That is, in the flying car, takeoff and landing infrastructure is there. जसं की आपल्याला एखाद्या ठिकाणी लवकरात लवकर पोहोचायचं असतं तर अशा वेळेला आपल्याला खूप काही अडचणी येतात. जसं की चेंज इन एन्व्हायरमेंट लाईक रेनफॉल. अशा वेळी आपण आपला प्रवास हा रोडवरनं पूर्ण करू शकतो. आणि कधी कधी आता सध्याच्या काळातील महत्त्वाचा जो काही महत्त्वाची जी काही अडचण आहे ती म्हणजे ट्रॅफिक. सो त्यावेळेस आपण आपला जो काही प्रवास आहे तो एअरमधनं पूर्ण करू शकतो. आणि त्यामुळे आपलं टाइम मॅनेजमेंट ही होतं आणि आपण लवकरात लवकर एखाद्या ठिकाणी पोहोचू शकतो. अँड इट इज यूज अँड दॅट्स वाय दिस टेक्नॉलॉजी इज युजफुल इन अवर डे टू डे लाईफ. So some technologies are in flying cars. First one it is a anti-lock braking system, that is ABS. Second one it is a parking system, and third one it is a airbag safety. This car is useful in air. That's why there is a airbag safety. Then let us see about Google driving car. Google driverless car. What is Google driverless car? On 23 December 2015, Google announced its fully functional driverless car. The company have also created a self-driving system with sensor and computer. Countries such as UK and US are working on the laws to allow driverless car. So simply driverless car it is drive without any manpower or without help of man. So the efforts are reduced in this technology. Then let us see what is autopilot Tesla car. Autopilot Tesla car it is another type of self-driving car, but there are some technologies behind to the Google driverless car. So what is autopilot Tesla car? All new Tesla cars are capable for using the full self-driving software. Means there is a software for driving the car. There is an active driver supervision and do not make the vehicle autonomous. As the Tesla autopilot and full self-driving capabilities, the car is ungrounded through over-the-air software updates. Some capabilities are there, such as first one it is a auto parking, second one it is a auto lane change, and third one it is a traffic and sports sign control. So this is all about autopilot Tesla car. Then compare between Google driving car and autopilot Tesla car. I will explain by using technologies. In Google driving car, some technologies are there. First one it is a ABS, that is anti-lock braking system. What is this? The anti-lock braking system prevents at wheels of the car from the locking and enables the safe braking. By using anti-lock braking system, we can catch the wheel of the vehicles to lock. So this is anti-lock braking system. Then second one it is a self-parking, that is parking sensors. Means the vehicle park itself without use of manpower, so that our efforts can be reduced. Then third one it is a leader system. This is common in both, that is Google driving car and autopilot Tesla car. So what is LiDAR system? LiDAR system it is the system which is remote sensing technology, and that is uses to map out the world around it. It is measured to determine the distance between car and its environment. Then fourth one, it is an infrared camera. By using this camera, we can see the environment behind the vehicle. Then in autopilot Tesla car, there are some technologies. First one, it is a light sensing system, that is leader system. We can see we are see about it. Then second one, it is a radar system. So what is a radar system? It is the radar system. It is round at 360 degree. म्हणजे ती 360 डिग्री राऊंड करते आणि जो काही तिचा एन्व्हायरमेंटल जो काही एरिया आहे किंवा एन्व्हायरमेंटल मध्ये जे काही थिंग्स आहेत ज्याच्यानी ऍक्सिडेंट होऊ शकतो अशा सगळ्या थिंग्स ती काय करते कॅप्चर करते. सो दिस इज अ रडार सिस्टीम. Radar system, then third one, it is a autonomous system, and fourth one, it is a forward looking camera. Forward looking camera are created for as a mobile eyes. So this is all about compare between Google driving car and autopilot Tesla car. Then let us see about advantages. The advantages of all trades we had seen earlier is that first one, it is a less chance of accident hazard. As I say, the self-driving car, that is Google car and autopilot Tesla car, both are drive selfly by without use of manpower, and there is a light sensing system. By using the light sensing system, they are म्हणजे ते लाईट सेन्सिंग सिस्टीमनी काय करतात आपल्यापासून एखादं व्हेकल किती डिस्टन्सवर आहे हे चेक करतात अँड दॅट्स वाय जे काय ऍक्सिडेंटचे चान्सेस आहेत ते खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात कमी झालेले आहेत ड्यू टू द ह्युमन्स एरर आर ऑल्सो डिक्रीजेस. Then second one, it is a high fuel economy can be obtained. As Ram explained, electrical car which is fully works on the electricity and that's why fuel is त्यामुळे आपण आपलं फ्युएल हे मोठ्या प्रमाणात वाचवत आहेत आणि त्यामुळे फ्युएल इकॉनॉमी will be also obtained. Then third one, it is a high safety achieved. First is less chances of accidents are reduced. That's why our safety will be achieved. Then fourth one, it is a system becomes effortless. In flying car, this car is useful on Google self-driving car works selfly without use of man. That's why our efforts are also reduced. And this is all about advantages. Then let us see what are the disadvantages. First one, it is expensive. Second one, it is a non-functional sensor. And third one, it is a poor to hacking. Expensive means ज्याप्रमाणे आपल्या फॅसिलिटी असतील त्याप्रमाणे त्याचे एक्सपेन्सिव्ह असणार आहे. जसं की कॅमेराज, जे काही इन्फ्रारेड कॅमेराज आहेत त्याचप्रमाणे सेन्सर्स आहेत त्याचप्रमाणे सॉफ्टवेअर आहेत. दॅट्स वाय दिस सिस्टीम इज एक्सपेन्सिव्ह. देन लेट अस सी व्हॉट इज द ऍप्लिकेशन. फर्स्ट वन, इट इज अ स्पोर्ट car. Second one, it is a government vehicle. Third one, it is a costly car. Fourth one, it is a connectivity and human machines. Then fifth one, it is a additive manufacturing. Then finally conclusion, by implementing this system make driving simple, save fuel, better efficiency, higher protection, excellent comfort. The mechanical engineer implement some advanced techniques for result and customer satisfaction, which ideas comes from customer review. We are refer some Google links and also some textbook like automotive engineering. The author is S.K. Gupta, and second one, it is a mechanical vibration by D.R.F.B. Sayed. So do you have question?
Okay, please show me the references once again.
Yes, sir.
References.
Reference. Okay.
Okay, textbook of mechanical vibration by Dr. H. What did you refer from? याच्यातून काय रेफर केलं? याच्यातून काय रेफर?
ह्याच्यामधनं जे स्टार्टिंगचं इंट्रोडक्शन होतं ना ते.
काय होतं? शो दॅट.
मीन्स तर ते ह्याच्यामध्ये जे आम्ही सॅम्पलला दिलं होतं ना त्याच्यामध्ये घातले ते ह्याच्यामध्ये नाही येत.
No, I don't see this introduction part in that textbook. त्या textbook मध्ये नाही आहे हे सगळं.
हे नाही आहे. नो नो. नो सर. इट इज नॉट.
त्यातलं नाही आहे, त्या बुक मधलं नाही आहे सर.
मग काय आहे त्या बुक मध्ये काय रेफर केलं? It is a textbook of mechanical vibrations, right? त्यामधून तुम्ही तुमच्या प्रेझेंटेशन साठी काय रेफर केलं?
Sorry sir, I don't have any idea.
Okay, ठीक. No. I'm done, ma'am. If you have a question, you can ask. Gauri, please see the chat box and answer these questions by ma'am.
What data, sir?
Yes, sir.
No, ma'am. Don't have any idea about wall company.
Yes, ma'am.
तू म्यूट आहेस आरती. आवाज येत नाही.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Aarti Rajanakale. I'm studying in second year mechanical in A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur. First of all, I thank to A.G. Patil Institute and ANNUM 2K22 to give us opportunity to participate in national level competition. So now I'll start my PPT. So wait a minute. Sir, is it shared? Sir? Sir, is it?
Share. No, it's not.
Now it is, sir.
Just a second. It is not visible.
So first of all, yes, sir. So here in this slide, there are some contents which I am going to explain in my presentation that are introduction to additive manufacturing. What is additive manufacturing? Types of additive manufacturing, advantages, disadvantages, and applications. And at the last conclusion. So now we will start with the introduction to additive manufacturing. Here's the introduction to additive manufacturing. So in short, the additive manufacturing is nothing but a 3D printing. In traditional days, the products were produced by grinding. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Once again, I will start. So here's the introduction to additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is nothing but the 3D printing. In traditional days, the products were produced by grinding or milling processes, in which the material are removed from the blocks till the products are formed. But the additive is the different from it. Now, what is additive manufacturing? Additive manufacturing, often referred to as 3D printing. Also, the material, the name itself introduces us that additive means the addition as so sorry for the inconvenience.
It's okay.
So I will start again with what is additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing, often referred as 3D printing. Also, the name itself introduces us that the additive means the addition. As I have already told you about subtractive manufacturing, here also the name says that subtraction of material. So as in subtractive, the material is removed from the product. Same way in additive, the additive manufacturing, the material is added layer by layer. Only where required using digital blueprint until the exact component has been created. For example, like an office printer that puts 2D digital on a paper, a 3D printer creates component by depositing thin layer of material, and after the other one where till the material is fully produced. Now, here are some classifications of additive manufacturing. The first one is binder jetting. Second one is material extrusion. That is also called as FDM. That is fused deposition molding. And the third one is wire polymerization. That is also called as stereolithography. Now, about the first, that is binder jetting. Binder jetting is unique because it does not employ heat during the process like other to fuse the material together. In this process, a recoating plate spreads a thin layer of powder over the bed platform. Then a carriage with inkjet nozzle passes over the bed, sensitively depositing droplets of a binding agent. The bond met powder particles together. In full color binder jetting, the color ink is also deposited during this step. The size of each drop is approximately 80 micron in diameter, so good resolution can be achieved. When the layer is complete, the base platform moves downward and the blade recoats the surface. The process then repeats until the whole part is complete. After printing, the part is encapsulated in the powder and is left to cure and gain strength. Then the part is removed from the powder bin and unbounded excess powder is cleaned via pressurized air. Depending on the material, a post-processing step is usually required. For example, material binder jetting parts need to be sintered or infiltrated with a low melting temperature metal. This is because the parts in a green state when they leave the printer. Binder jetting part is a green state, have poor mechanical property or high porosity. And the binder jetting is a family of additive manufacturing. In binder jetting, almost all process parameters are preset by the machine manufacturers. Typically, layers, the height depends on the material. For example, full color mold height is 100 microns. For metal, it is 50 micron, and for sand casting mold material, it is 200 to 400 microns. The materials used in this binder jetting process are sand, ceramics, and metals. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of binder jetting. The first advantages of binder jetting is parts can be made in a range of different colors. Means we can use here different colors to prepare the parts and use of range of materials. Means we can use the material like metal, polymers, and ceramics. Now the disadvantages, not only suitable for structural parts due to use of binder material. And second is additional post processing can add significant time to the overall process. Now, the next one is material extrusion, that is fuse deposition modeling. In this process, the material is pushed through a heated nozzle in a continuous stream and sensitively deposited layer by layer to build a 3D object. Material extrusion is typically not as faster or accurate compared to other type of additive manufacturing. However, in this process, the material used are nylon and ABS plastic. So here are some advantages and disadvantages of material extrusion. The first advantage is wide selection of print material, and second one is easily understandable printing technique. The disadvantages of these are a visible layer line. The extrusion head must continue moving or else the material bumps up. Here, now the wet polymerization. The wet polymerization is also known as stereolithography. In this process, the liquid is cured by a light source turning into a solid. The special resin known as photopolymer are used as the printing medium in all forms of wet photopolymerization printers. When exposed to a specific wavelength of light, the molecule of liquid photopolymers quickly bond together and cure into a solid form, a process known as photopolymerization. Most 3D printers that use photopolymerization keep liquid photopolymer in a container or a vat with the light source to selectively cure the liquid photopolymer into the layer using information from a CAD file. The build platform is then resubmerged into the leftover resin and the process is repeated for the subsequent layer until the design is entirely produced. Now here are some advantages and disadvantages of wet photopolymerization. The first advantage is a high degree of detail precision and overall quality. And the second, the process is rather rapid. And the disadvantages of the wet polymerization are costly in comparison, lack of photoresin material choices. Now, here are the overall advantages and disadvantages of additive manufacturing. So, first advantage is rare shape making ability. As in additive manufacturing is a very attractive for unusual or complex component shape that can be difficult to manufacture using other process. So the design software make it possible to create a nearly any geometric form. So the second one is manufacturing plus assembly. We can prepare here different parts and then we can assemble it. Now the disadvantages of manufacturing. First one is part cost. The production costs are high. Material for additive manufacturing are frequently required in the form of exceptional fine or small particles that can be considerably increase the raw material cost of project. Surface finish. As I have told you in biopolymerization, if the component won't move sorry, won't move uniformly, the bump up can be getted, so that we won't get surface finish good. And then dimensional control. Dimensional control determines part to part variation and clearance between two parts. Now the applications. Here are some applications. The additive manufacturing is used for aerospace. In aerospace, it is used to make the interior parts of the planes, and in medical, it is used to make the skeletal module to produce basic idea related to medical work. And in transportation, it is used to make automotive parts, and it is also used in consumer products to use the to make dental align or mascara brushes, saving razors, bicycle components, etc. Finally, the conclusion. The process of joining materials to make objects from three-dimensional model data usually layer by layer. Second one, traditional subtractive machining techniques rely on the removal of material by methods such as cutting or milling. Additive manufacturing has many advantages over traditional manufacturing process. Additive manufacturing is one of the verge of shifting from the pure rapid prototyping technology. Manufacturing metal components with virtual no geometric limitations or tools offer new ways to increase product performance or establish new process and revenue streams. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
Aarti?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible? Yeah. What is the function of inject print head in the binder jetting? Which technology you explained priorly, I think, in the 7th or 8th slide. So can you explain about that?
7th and 8th slide. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aarti?
Sorry, ma'am.
Can you explain? Okay, you don't have idea. Sir, your next question, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, am I audible?
Yeah, you are very much audible,
Yes,
sir.
Aarti, only one question for you. Why you are presenting this alone? Why there is no partner with you?
Sir, I can't answer it, sir. Sorry.
Oh, no.
So, sir is a kind of woman empowerment.
Okay.
Yeah, it is there.